Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TESSERACT. And for those of you who are newcomers, I don't have an intro, so welcome. We're going to start this game off with our fact of the day, a bit of a trademark here on TESSERACT, and this one's actually true because Google says so.
That makes it true.
Mm-hmm. Sir Edmund Barton became Prime Minister by Government General Lord Hopetoun on the 1st of January in 1901. He resigned from his position as a Prime Minister in September of 1903 because of health concerns.
That's our fact of the day.
Yes, it is.
Like
all right. Where did we leave off?
First
That
off,
was trash, I know. Let's go.
are we sure his name wasn't Hopetoun?
It was Hope, like Tuon.
Which was Hoppy Town.
Hoppy Town?
And it was just bunnies.
Is it Prime Minister
Dude.
of where?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't know. He was Prime Minister.
He was just a Prime
Yeah,
Minister?
he just was.
Okay.
I don't know. I already closed the tab. Google's not going to give it back. I looked up random fact. Where do we leave off?
Were the other ones not true? Because I
Hey,
feel
someone
like...
subscribe to me.
No,
You'll
the other
never
ones are all
know.
true.
Okay.
They're all true.
They're all true. Every single one.
Like Santa.
Colton. What
I'm
happened?
not the person to ask this, but I will do my best.
Were you even paying attention last game?
Well, we were heading to the city, whose name I do not recall.
Yes, you're headed to the city. You haven't arrived there yet.
No, we have. I'm starting from the
Alright, no, I'm
beginning.
kidding.
What was the name of the city we were going to?
Vertruvia.
Well, we were heading to Vitruvia. We found a friend named Delia, right?
Delia?
Delia. Close enough. Named Delia, who for whatever reason, has a tesseract, and then let us know once we got to the city of Vitruvia that she had found Ket's corpse in the desert when we had been looking for him. This led Olo to use mystic bullshit and find out that there were two versions of Ket in existence. One of them inside the city of Vitruvia. We immediately went there and found a human Ket who ran from us.
They essentially chased him as if he were an escaped convict, and they had several bloodhounds with them. They were unrelenting.
I mean, we ran outside of the thing he was in and then stopped.
Yes.
So unrelenting determines by that. And then we went to head to was it raven? No, vulture. That's the only thing it can be described as. That is the
Waking one?
the waking one. Is that what you called it?
Angela, if you would like to describe what this thing is, to the best of your knowledge.
Yeah, so it's really, really, really big, and it has like a skeleton face, or a skeletal face, and like no eyes, and its feathers are all like different colors, and
It's essentially a bird of paradise with no flesh on its head or neck. And it's about the size of a lighthouse, so a little over 100 feet. Which is probably why, at the end of the last game, it seemed as though the sun was removed from the sky. This creature is in fact flying over all of you right now.
That's a big boy.
Right. And we were going to it because Delia said that it might have answers as to why she has a tesseract and what's going on with Ket. So
To the best of your knowledge, yes. As you're all walking through the desert, this creature does begin to circle you. The sun comes in and out of vision as its massive shadow is cast, covering almost several dunes as you're walking. How do you respond?
You guys see that too, right?
yeah, that's the waking one.
Oh, okay. Can you call it down?
I mean, yeah, I'll just step away from them a little bit and like hold out my
Okay.
hand and see what it does.
It takes a moment, it stirs, and it begins to descend. And it lands in the sand with a massive cloud of sand, as the impact is enormous, and this cloud sort of begins to fill the area. And as it settles, you see before you this enormous skeletal head, about the size of a car, and it is staring at all of you.
I think we should probably get on it, and it'll probably take us
It's alright with that?
to its nest.
Begins to cock its head.
These are
Stares
friends.
Because she never lets us ride on her back, so I'm sure.
This blue crackling energy begins to fill the void behind its eyes, and it begins to dart around, looking at every one of you.
I don't know if she wants to like try to like these are friends. Everything is okay. We need to go to the nest, all of us. Something's happened. It has to do with this. And then she'll like produce the tesseract.
Ducks its head and it bows to the ground, nestling its beak into the sand.
Alright, I'll get on.
Can I speak telepathically to it? I'm just
Okay.
going to say, can you hear me?
No
No
response.
response.
I'll
Okay.
get on.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll follow.
I will gently get on.
All right. You begin to climb aboard this creature as it flies you not in the direction that you were headed, but instead a little bit further back. You look down on the sand, a little confused. The town is in the very far distance, but you see a lone figure walking through the dunes, sort of stumbling hurriedly, and it descends.
Wait.
I don't know what's going on.
You're in the desert walking.
Oh, he's got Starbucks.
That's what
I would have come up earlier.
Sorry.
Yeah, I had to stop my Starbucks first.
This enormous creature that you have seen once before lands in the sand in front of you. There are a few figures riding it.
Do we see that it's Ket?
Do you believe it's Ket?
Yes.
Do I see them?
Mm-hmm.
Is like the sun in my eyes and I can't see who they are?
At
Or
least a
For a
shadow
moment, as the dust settles and the glare begins to fade away, you do see your old companions.
hey guys,
This is human cat, right? That
Yes.
we see? Okay.
This is the one that you chased mercilessly in the town.
Once again, it wasn't really a merciless chase.
I think I
How'd
have
you
something
get
that might
past
help
us?
you. It's and I pull out this skull. And I'm like, I think you might need it. I don't know, but I just came to maybe give it to you. You know, I put it in the sand. You just want to take it? It's fine. I'm gonna head back.
You could come with us. You should. It'll be okay.
Hmm?
You can come with us. I like your new look.
Yeah, it's my
You're not blue anymore.
my birthday suit. I was born with this
What's
stuff, yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm. It's like it's a joke.
I'm going to teleport over and pick up the skull.
Hey,
Hey.
yep. There's also a map. I changed the music because it's really too epic right now, but it won't scroll. So I'm very intimidated by a look teleporting in front of me.
I'm your boss battle.
All right, cool. We ain't responding.
I don't know what this is for. I whisper all the way back to the bird.
As soon as you teleport down, I kind of take a step back and I look over and I say, "There's also a map," and I hold out this piece of paper.
Okay, I'll hold the skull in one hand.
What are you guys doing?
Well,
Sort of following her.
I'm Delia.
Oh, this. All right. Yeah. Cat 2.0, cool.
With that little
We
horns.
were also
By the way.
kind of looking on answers for where you went, so...
Yeah, I got that.
she's like our guide.
Yeah, they are accompanied by a newer version. She has gray skin with small tufts of feathers sort of laced around her actual flesh, not her armor.
That's not fair. You get along with him?
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought you might need that. I think, if... I don't know.
I'm gonna reach down too. We need you more than we need a map.
I don't know.
I mean, we don't know what the map is yet, but that's probably true. Still.
I just want to help. I don't want to hurt you guys.
Why would you hurt us?
I had a lapse in judgment. I summoned something that I didn't mean to, and then I
You didn't
went
do it.
against what I said, and I don't know. I'm not good for all of you.
Didn't do it on purpose.
It doesn't matter. Look, you got your friend. I just wanted to give you this because some guy gave it to me, and I don't think he meant to give it to me because I think you guys are the one that are going on this thing. So also that bird does not like me at all. It was mad at me when it found me. So I don't think.
Who gave it to you?
An old guy in a city in Detruvia.
Do you know old guys in the city?
Well, no, I remember speaking to one, asking him if he'd seen a blue tiefling. I mean, I don't know if it's the same person.
Yeah, it died. Apparently the Tesseract was like, nope, and I'm this now, which I'm more happy with actually. I remember everything, and that's really great. But I don't want to falsely lead you.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and then speak telepathically. The best thing you can do when you make a mistake is to own it, to move past it. It's okay to make mistakes.
I'm sorry.
I'll put you in for a hug.
He'll hug you,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll kind of push back. I'll be like, yeah, okay.
Also, I hope you forgive me for losing my temperament.
Well, I hope you forgive me for summoning a giant demon and then telling you to go kill a guy that you didn't want to kill.
It happens.
Yeah. I'll come with you.
Okay, your hair is very messy.
Yeah, well, I like it like that.
Can I
Oh,
Yeah. Cockatoo
yeah, what's
jitsu.
up? All right, it's gonna fit the tone. So who has that skull currently?
Perfect.
that'd be Olo.
Yes,
Wait.
yes. I have the skull.
What's your
Olo's the
name?
skull in the map.
You're not
Queg.
Queg.
There's
It's-
somebody who gave it to me. His name is, he's in a city. He went by, Tarlong. Tarlong. Yeah,
Tarl.
Tarlong. He was accompanied by a few guards. I don't know what he was doing.
It's a small golden skull, just a little bit smaller than the size of the average human skull. Its eyes have 2 red gems in them. Its teeth are laced with different types of elements. And on the back, it's a little flat, and there is a strange pattern that juts outside of it.
I will, turn and look at everybody and say, so, what you guys been doing?
Looking for you and Olo's family, and then we
Have you found
met
Olo's
her-
family yet?
Not even close.
I'm sorry.
Well, we're closer.
Well, we came here to get out of the desert, and we found her outside of the town, and she had information about she had the Tesseract.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. When you died, it kind of found her.
She'll show you.
I played way too. Why do you have that?
Well, I found your body, in the nest of this guy,
Uh-huh.
and the Tesseract was next to you. So I just picked it up, and then this happened. You said the Waking One was mad at you? Or
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like in its bone pile, and I walked out and it was like, it like was wondering what I was doing, and then I just was like, and then I walked away. So I don't know, I was just,
you were just there all of a sudden?
yeah. Woke up there after I died, I think. And then I tried to put that thing away because it's really only been a crutch to everybody. But hey, look, it came back. It likes you guys.
I don't know. It doesn't like me very much. I had it for a day, and then it was gone.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't like it.
Don't touch that thing, although. You're the only one who hasn't had it yet. Don't touch it.
Put it
Oh.
away.
Have fun.
What happens if you touch it?
It's strange.
Nothing.
It's only theories. We can't really prove it, though. I trust my friends. Apparently, if you got it, if you have it and you You die, you come back, and somebody else has it.
Except I didn't die.
Hey, that's what happened to me. That's what I proved it for myself. So I believe you, Abris, and I believe you too, Altair. So.
But I didn't die.
Oh well, I did. I starved and burned in the desert, and I was dehydrated, and it was painful. Don't recommend it. 1 out of 10.
What a strange system.
Wait. 1? Not
yeah, there
0?
was one little good part.
Oh, okay.
What was the good part?
The dying part. That part was like, oh, sweet release.
Interesting.
And then I came back and I was like, that was really lucky. And then I thought the bird was gonna kill me, and I was like, come on, I just came back. And then he didn't kill me, and it was okay.
Can I study the skull while this is all kind of going on?
What do you want to know about it?
Just if I can recognize the pattern or anything about it.
Roll intelligence. This would be either Arcana or some kind of appraisal.
You said your name's Delia?
Mm-hmm. Your cat?
Yeah. You're an aversion. Did this thing turn you into an aversion? You serve it?
I guess so.
Does it speak to you?
No.
Not even in your dreams? Its face doesn't haunt your every living, waking moment?
No, nothing like that.
Come on! Come on! So, anyways.
This
Got a
guy was
19,
mean.
by the way.
19.
You,
All right.
He was called the old man. And he used to get nightmares.
That's what the old man is?
Do you know? Oh, did I tell you about him?
No, I just heard you guys talking about him.
He was kind of.
It's extremely ornate when you're looking at it at different angles. It seems like there's a lot of small mechanisms that go into it, but when you look at it dead on, it looks like a 6-winged butterfly.
Alright.
Did you find anything else?
A book. I think
It's the bad one.
yeah. Did
Don't
you guys?
read it.
I still have it.
Oh, you found a book? You found my book?
Yeah,
Oh, please, can I have it?
yeah.
And I chuck it. Bad.
If it's that bad, should we leave it where someone else could find it?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you found it. I'll mage hand it back.
Is that the one that had the...
Yeah, this is I pull out rope and tie it and
Roll sleight of
Bad.
hand.
slap fucking.
You're a rogue.
I'm gonna get a natural 1
That's Jack.
That's a jack die.
and accidentally open it. Oops. Sleight of hand, you say?
Yes, I do, Mr. Rogue.
27.
That rope is tied, boy.
Alright,
I mean, there are times where a giant bore of lava could be useful.
no.
They killed all
Summoning eldritch horrors isn't going to be a good thing. This thing should not be around anybody.
Are you sure it's the same book?
Is the same book?
Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
I can try to destroy it. Do you want that?
I've already tried.
Yeah, but she's like pretty good at stuff.
Yeah, but she's like better than you, so.
What are you trying to say?
Very
Nothing.
mean. Ola.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Maybe the bird can help us.
Yeah, maybe the bird can eat it.
Yeah, maybe the bird can eat it.
Mr. Bird, would you like a snack?
Do not eat the bird.
I pull out a sweet roll.
Oh my god.
I go,
I think it really prefers corpses.
Eat corpses?
Mm-hmm.
Pastries are kind of like
sweet
corpses.
rolls are really good.
What?
So pastries are kind of like corpses.
Do you want this one? There's a little bit of sand on it.
I'm okay, thank you.
You have infinite pastries, don't eat the sandy one.
I don't want to waste it. Okay,
The DM is like getting you.
I feed it to the
To your dragon.
my Drake.
He's not gonna eat that.
He doesn't want it.
He's a dragon.
Jeffrey, would you like a pastry?
Jeffrey's one of your pigs, right?
Yeah. I'll break it into
Loves
3
that shit.
pieces and I'll hand it to these for my babies.
Does the skull look like the one from my dream?
Yes.
Were they riding on the bird too?
Yeah, of course. They go everywhere, man.
Yeah.
You-
They're very intelligent beings. They know
These
how to.
pigs are omnipresent. They're always here and they're always not there.
Nice.
Mhm.
So many cool spells.
So what are we doing?
Going to the nest?
Yeah, going to the bones. There's this map and this thing. It leads over to it. Like the guy didn't know what it was, but I've been to it before. I don't know what's gonna be there, but I think that thing's a key. The guy told me it was a key.
I open the map. Does the map just lead to the nest?
You open the map. You see a single trail leading away from Vitruvia with a northwest, east, south, just the general compass.
Okay.
And then it reels itself back. It begins to uncoil, or rather coil, and then reroute itself in a different direction.
Okay. I guess it's a changing map.
That's weird.
Does it change when you reach the destination, or does
Too
it
much
just
to
change?
help. If you're going to a
Wait,
destination and it
give
just
it back to
changes
him.
where you're going.
What is this? The skull?
It's the map.
It's a map.
Yeah.
Does it change?
There's the route that you saw before. It's now different, and then it coils again and forms the shape of that skull,
Yeah.
and then returns back to the second path.
Weird.
I know what you were going with there, but
Yeah. Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
very
look...
strange.
Yeah, I don't know.
You mentioned dream communication. I had a couple of dreams that had to do with the skull and the nest.
Hmm.
I guess we should just go to the nest for now. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. We should find out what's there. Oh, so FYI, my abilities are a bit different now. Don't call it Eldritch Blast anymore. That was kind of granted to me by the old man and the Tesseract.
That's too
Like
bad.
that.
That was like really cool.
Yeah. Well,
What do you do now?
I looked down. I have like 3 daggers on my chest. I'm like, I can throw these really good. I can also fight with them really well.
Can
Yeah,
you do
kind
that?
of forgot, and then like when I woke up, I remembered. It was very strange.
Question. This is a little bit out of game. If I remember correctly, wasn't in like the first episode, didn't he try like throwing at a board or something, and then like it didn't hit, or am I remembering incorrectly?
I don't quite remember.
Wait,
Oh, well.
wait, what? Did
That
I
was
throw a knife at a
20
board?
episodes.
Yeah, I thought I
ago.
remember that.
Maybe I did.
I
don't
remember
know.
something about that.
It was my specialization when I was doing illegal shit before I met all of you guys. So I can be quiet very easily. I can, you know, I'm more of like a one-hit kind of guy. Like I get you in the neck rather than like, you know, a bunch of stabs. Like Altair just like one cut in half. That's me. But like little tiny weapon and it's like right in the neck.
So we got one cut lady
One cut lady,
and one poke man,
one poke man. Perfect.
Wait,
Perfect.
one bear.
Okay.
You're the amazing Thunder Bear.
And
Amber sees
one
that
bear
like
and
an
3
alter
pigs.
ego where she like
3
wrestles.
Great.
Hang on, I'm looking shit up. But oh fuck yeah, arcane tricksters are so cool.
So you get on the bird.
Yes, we do.
And you fly to the nest. It's very, very unsettling for all of you who haven't been here. It is a literal mountain of bones. Just piles and piles of over 100 years of corpses that have been collected throughout the dunes. There's a small amount of gold that's laced in between this metal, between these bones, and there's sets of metal armor that are sort of plated around in rings. And it brings you to the very top, where it seems like it's placed most of the clothing of people who have fallen into a very comfortable nest. Rather a bit blood-stained.
Does the bird seem to be doing anything?
It's looking around, just observing what it's gathered.
I'm gonna give this to you guys. It seems like
As you
Probably
grasp it
know
in
what
your
to do with
hand, you get a resurging memory of the dream that you had, where you placed it in a doorway in the first cave that you went to. And as you're having this memory, all of you around her see, as she is weeping, almost immediately a small blue trail that leads. It pours off the mountain and goes into the desert. You can almost see exactly where it's headed.
That's convenient and kind of weird, but okay.
My whole, like, I can see outside of a mile. Do I see anything different?
What's
You
your
can
other
see that it's still going.
We should go that way then, yeah? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna start following it.
Okay.
It's like it goes down like a dune or like a mountain.
It goes down the mountain of bones and continues through the dunes. The bird is staying here. It seems very disinterested in going anywhere else.
Do you know what this is?
I have no idea.
Alright, this is weird.
I think-
Why are you guys coming here? What's your purpose for being here?
Helping her and then hopefully
She has
helping
the
you.
Tesseract kit.
Is the Tesseract leading you to something?
I just had these dreams and it seemed really important.
Okay. I cast Mage Armor,
Okay.
then I continue. Mage Armor lasts like a long ass
8
time.
hours, yeah.
I think this should lead to a door.
Alright.
I like doors.
Yeah, doors are
But
cool.
not bold.
Takes you all a bit of time. You make your way down this mountain. There's a bit of a pathway that you've learned to follow up and down. You take them down that and you continue into the dunes. And it's been a while, so the sun begins to set. It is now very, very cold.
Do we still have some of those potions?
Yeah. Who's carrying them? You? Okay.
Yep, I'll pass
I'm
one out to
Okay.
everyone.
Are you continuing through the night?
Should I
Ye-
rest?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
have.
it's been that long, jeez.
Does the trail continues?
Yes.
Yep, let's stop and wait. And yeah. Wait, do we want to continue through the night? Should we stop?
Does the trail look like the map trail?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we could probably stop them.
Alright, let's stop and we'll camp. Hey! Do you still have all my camping gear?
Yeah.
Why? Why did you carry that around? I died!
I don't know.
Alright.
It might have been useful someday.
Yeah, but see, we found out you died, and then within that same day, found out that you were still alive. So there was really no time to get rid of.
That's true. Okay,
it was,
good.
it was just one night.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah. He might need his camping supplies.
I mean, I could have also used it if I had to.
Alright. Well,
We'll set it all up.
Do you have to sleep again?
How are you going about food?
hey Abris, I have no food.
Good berries and sweet rolls.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I still have.
Or a
fish.
Danish, or a cookie, or
And
Yeah, I'll
for
take
water?
a Danish.
The day was very exhausting. How are you doing water?
I can make water.
All right.
I'm
The
a
druid
druid.
provides for all.
Thank you, Abris. I appreciate that.
Mama Abris.
I eat my vulture meat
Oh. Okay.
from the ones that we killed with the bird.
Oh! I was like, what vulture?
But yeah, while you weren't looking, I killed the waking one.
Just real quick.
I have its head! They're like,
It's a bone.
oh.
Wait, do you want a Danish or a goodberry, or both, or all of the food I have?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them?
I scarf all of it down. I only got eaten in like 2 days.
You just ate 25 sweet rolls, Kit.
Oh my god, I did not eat 25 sweet rolls.
I asked if you wanted all of it.
Yeah, I have to sleep now.
Okay.
And it's great. I get tired. It sucks.
Do you want a goodberry?
You only didn't have to sleep for like a week.
No, it's longer than that.
Welcome back.
Give everyone a
Huh?
goodberry. Do you want a
Thank you so much.
goodberry?
Yes, please.
Goodberry. I feed my babies a goodberry.
All right. Your dragons are continuing. They're very tired and a bit unhappy to be making this trek again.
I'll feed them extra food.
Okay.
Oh, we also
What are you laughing at?
There was a sound.
Oh, that guy was like,
Didn't hear it.
yeah, there was just a grunt.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
nice.
feed mine
Awesome.
we still have your Drake.
Okay, you just kept everything?
Again,
What were we
That's right, it was only like a day.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
you were dead for like 4 hours
It was not dead for like 4 hours.
to us.
Mm-hmm.
He did leave in the desert for like a week and a half.
Yeah, but we were pretty determined to get
All
back.
right.
Can I braid your hair?
Yeah. Thanks.
That's how I braid hair.
But thanks.
Time marches on through the night. Not much goes on outside of coyote howls and the occasional very distant march of sand dune armies and raiders. None of them approach your location, and you are safe. The sun rises, and the wind begins to blow heat again.
It's hot.
Cold potion.
All right.
Yeah.
Cold potions, yay! It's like Zelda, guys.
Yeah.
Make sure you take your potion in the morning.
So is the
We have
trail
like a
still
little
there?
timer.
Yeah.
And you start losing health.
And just so you know, I'm keeping track of how
Okay.
much we have.
You continue on for the better half of a day, and then you come across this small outcropping of rocks. You're familiar with this one, and you are able to find the very small crack that you first entered.
Make drama.
All right.
Just letting you know.
Thanks.
I need to put my spells on.
Was there a rope? There was a rope.
There was.
Right.
It collapsed.
So
Okay.
that was the first thing I heard.
Do you guys
What's
have
up?
rope?
Uh-huh.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so it's down there.
You're standing outside of two large stones that seem to sort of sink into the sand, and there is a dark crevice between the two of
Down
them.
there,
What
huh?
do I
Down in
see
the
inside
deep
the
dark
dark
cave.
crevice?
You have dark vision.
I do.
You see the back. You see stones. I mean, there's nothing to see.
Okay, so
goes
but
down.
it's not like looking down into it. It's not like is it like a big drop? Is it like
It curves, so you can't see
Oh, okay.
beyond.
Wait, sorry.
Mhm.
There's like stone walls, and then we need to go through like.
It's a very thin mouth to a cave,
Okay,
and these rocks have risen above the sand. They're still intact.
got it. All right.
I can go in first and see what's down there.
Why do we need a rope?
Well, it goes down a ways.
Do you want to lead them in?
Yeah.
Okay. You go for about 20 feet through this very, very small area. It's very claustrophobic and uncomfortable at certain times,
I can
although
speak.
you have incredible trouble getting through here.
Oh no.
At certain points, you have to actually break away the rock to fit your shell.
We're all like moving through,
Yeah.
and he's like, like pushing through this goddamn giant turtle.
I should have taken
And eventually,
a tiny rope.
you come to this little ledge, and there is darkness below. There's a small wooden peg, and
Oh.
it looks like a very weak rope that has collapsed just inches away from the peg.
I'll take the rope off.
Okay.
How far does it look like it goes down?
You can't see.
can I see?
You can see about 60 feet. It's extremely dark down there.
I light a
Does it-
torch.
does it
and
go-
I-
Okay.
Does it go further than 60 feet?
Drop the torch. It falls at 60 feet and hits the ground, and the flame goes out.
It's about 60 feet. You want a rope down,
Did I hear
or we can
like
all
a-
jump, and I can use
So
the.
you hear
I
a
can
thud. It's
cast a
60
spell.
feet.
It was a thud, not like a splash,
No,
like water.
But then we won't really have a way to get back up.
This is the desert.
Yeah, we need a way back up.
Yeah.
I can
I
get us
don't
back
know,
up.
Oasis, you know.
You get us back up.
As long as we can see the top, I can get us back up.
Well, I can also just tie a new rope.
We can rope it. I can cast a spell.
Should- Probably tie a rope just to be safe. And then
The-
Save your spells.
I'll go ahead and tie a new rope to the peg.
Okay.
Okay.
do we need 2 ropes?
Do you shoot
Because
things?
wait, no,
They go
they're
about
like
50
50.
feet.
Yeah, never mind. I was thinking 30.
Like a crossbow?
Uh-huh.
Nah, crossbow's not my style. I do have magic missiles.
Do you have a crossbow?
Yes.
Okay.
Pull it out of my shell. What do you need this
There's some meat on it.
for? No, it's very organized in there.
I was going
Perfectly
to
organized.
prepare a spell for you, but do you think you'll use it, or
This? No, probably not.
okay, then I won't prepare it.
Okay, put it back in.
Why? What do you? What?
Oh, I can make his arrows catch on fire, and they.
Oh, that's cool. I don't really use arrows.
Can you make his daggers catch on fire?
Mm-mm.
Has to be ammunition.
It has to be an arrow or a bolt.
Dawn.
I mean,
Wait.
can anyone else use it?
No.
Crossbow? Yeah, I know how to use them. I just don't like using them.
Do you have one?
No.
I can just.
Already have one if he doesn't like them.
It's I have equipment. I need to transfer all my
What?
equipment over.
'Cause
Yeah, I
rogues
specialize in
typically give-
pistols, but I keep a couple AKs on the side.
I don't have one on me. I can use it if you'd like me to. I'm pretty good at it.
I'll just pick a different spell.
Okay.
Mm,
So you guys are gonna climb down. You're not gonna cast Featherfall.
I can cast Featherfall and we can all go down, and then we can teleport out. But then that's we're using a spell slot.
I'll tell you, did tie and drop her rope.
We can do that too. All right, everybody go down first, so that in case you fall, I can Featherfall you.
I teleport down.
All right.
Olo, you cheap
Good job,
bastard.
Olo.
I
You
don't trust
fucking
myself on
mystic.
ropes.
Yeah. All right.
I'll just climb down.
All right.
I
I need
just-
everyone who's
Makes
climbing
sense.
down to make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics, really?
Yes.
All right, she's gonna
Okay.
take her cape off
Okay.
or her
Dance
cloak
down
off
there.
or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and then like untuck her wings.
Okay. The woman you have been traveling with reveals yet another secret about herself. She removes the cape on her back and, unfurling, are two skeletal wings. They're very small.
And then I fly down.
You're like a little
And she
bird.
glides down gently.
Why didn't you just do that in the first place?
Well, I didn't think it was helpful if
All right.
I can
Got
fly
it.
down, but no one else can.
Dirty 20.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I got 15.
Okay.
And
that's right.
then
Yeah, sorry.
I will.
Okay, what'd you
I
get?
wait till everybody goes
Yeah.
and make sure nobody falls, and then.
They all did fine.
All right, cool. And then I will go down as well with an athletics check of athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
23.
All right. Everyone makes it down perfectly because ropes are not that hard.
Cool. Where to?
You are now standing in a very long hallway that goes straight forward. You're familiar with this and this alone. There is only one way to go, and that would be forward.
Let's go.
It's sort of a redundant question as a DM to ask if you want to progress.
I
So
would
I'll
love to
describe.
progress, so I
I'll
will continue
describe.
forward.
Yes. There's no investigation that needs to be done.
I don't know, man. Those rocks, they're tricky.
They're pretty tricky.
Yeah.
They're pretty crazy, man.
Do any of them look bowl-like?
Are you still? Are you
Yes.
still? Are you still
all of
fucking
them.
up?
That's a tough question.
Do any of them look like my face?
Why is this a thing you've been doing recently?
You're looking around, and then one of them, for a brief moment, you're like, oh no. You keep going. Nothing. There's nothing.
I see Abris look at the wall and do that, and I'm like, and we like keep going.
You continue forward, and there is this enormous onyx door. It is covered in depictions of both skeletons and sprouts.
I'll
Seems
hold my hand up to make sure nobody else goes here. I'm like, wait. And then I'm going to use my mage hand ledgerman to push the door. The mage hand is always invisible, by the way, so it just kind of looks like I look like I'm using the force,
you go like that, nothing happens.
but I'm going to push it.
Yeah.
I think we use this.
Oh, is it pulled?
It seems as though there's a duality on this door. It's more of a wall currently than it is a door, and in the
Oh,
center.
maybe we put the. Give me the.
Yeah, here you go.
Yep, and then I'll mage hand it over and put it in the door.
All right. You slide the skull to the back, and a red fluid begins to pour down this mural on this door, and it sinks into the ground below you, and the door follows suit. There is now a room in the back that is very, very unlit. Ket, if you'd like to light another torch, that is your only
Yeah.
source of light
I
now.
cast
Yes.
beacon.
Thing is, I don't have any more. Oh, cool.
You are in perfect darkness, so everything is still very difficult to see.
Be careful,
Beacon?
guys. Don't know what's.
Beacon helps,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's still
Like everything
faint.
past it.
Everything is the same color as you.
Got it.
Do I start
Which
with
is what?
Yes.
We're gonna go with like a
It's in your senses.
like
Right there.
almost like a white blue
Oh.
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Very
ice
faint.
blue.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. That.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. That's actually probably.
All right. you can-
Can I touch the red liquid that's like coming out of the?
Yes.
Okay.
Very viscous, very thick.
Like it remind me of blood.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. It's blood. Tastes like blood.
Guys, don't taste it. It's really gross. Unless you like iron.
If you're iron deficient, just fucking down this shit. Continue further into the next room. That is now.
Yeah. So this next room, is it just a hallway or does it open up?
It is just the solid size of a basic room, sort of like a living room. It's about, I'd say, maybe 20 by 40 feet. On the back, there are two symbols and two doors. One of them, there seems to be this white mist that is somewhat of a veil blocking the rest of the door. And to the other one, there is a white inky fluid that is sort of pulsing and ebbing. And above one of them is, again, that six-winged butterfly and above the other is a very gaunt skull.
All right, we got white butterfly and we got black skull. Or was it black skull and white butterfly?
White butterfly, black skull.
Did you just say the same thing twice but reverse in order?
Yep.
I wasn't paying attention.
I'm
but
still
yes.
smart, guys.
Avarice, are your pigs with you?
Mhm.
Okay. This is actually an important question for me.
Are you?
How are you?
How did they get down
Hey,
there?
They did it.
Okay, I left them.
This is like Sonic Boom, where you're just walking and they walk out of the wall and you're like, oh!
It's like in Skyrim when you go
Yeah.
down through this thing and then you hear click, 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 and your NPC shows up behind you. You're like, how did you get here?
I fell 100 feet.
Yeah.
I'll leave them up at the top.
Okay.
I imagine them like Mission Impossible down the rope, but like with hooves and everything.
They're secretly like the penguins from
Yeah.
Madagascar. And they just like, as soon as we leave the room, they stand up on two ends and are like, all right, gang, we gotta get back to the party. Because they forgot about us again.
Do a one shot with them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh well,
That would be great.
yeah, we have to do that.
Them and Greg.
There's only 3.
Well, that would be the 4-person party.
Yes,
They
of
did that
course.
on Critical Role. They played Marisha's Honey Heist, and one of the characters they played was the Ranger's bear. And they
Nice.
played as the
Oh,
bear.
yeah.
And so everybody was bears. It was really great. So the pigs are not down here.
No.
Great. Yeah, we got a white one with butterfly. We got a black one with skull.
You
Are
also
they like doorways or are they?
They seem to be like doorways. If you remember back the Dragon's Dungeon that you went through, there was a somewhat similar. It was very colorful, but it was a veil that you had to walk through.
Mm.
The other one is a bit foreign, but it seems as though the same mechanics are at
I
hand.
got one of those feelings we gotta pick one of these. We gotta stick with what we pick. But they might, I don't know, it might let us back out.
you all saw the butterfly on the back of the skull, right?
Mhm.
What? There's a butterfly on it?
Yeah, there's a 6-winged butterfly, a lot like that one.
Should we
Strange.
go that way then?
What do you
Well,
think?
Is
So,
it?
I mean, there's also the one with the skull. It's also a skull.
Yeah. Does it look like it would like fit? Like if we put like the back on the.
The skull sank down with the door. You don't have it.
Oh
anymore.
yeah. Okay.
We took it.
Are your wings still up?
Mhm. Don't. That's weird. Oh.
It's just
It's
bone.
very cold.
Why?
Okay.
Why did I get wings? Why did I get wings, huh? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, why are you talking to yourself?
Nothing. I'm just mad at God.
He's just
Ted, do you
not
want
happy.
wings?
Mm.
Oh, never mind. I can't. I'll keep
I've been
myself, I'm
trying
sorry.
really hard to turn into birds.
You tease.
But I
Can
can't.
you do that? Can you be a goddamn turtle with wings? Ked's dying out in the desert. He sees an angel with Olo. He's like, what?
Can I could maybe turn you into something with wings?
No, it's okay. It's fine. I'm just being mad at fate. We're gonna go to I can hop in one and see what happens. I'm kind of expendable.
That's
What?
not true. But I think the decision should be up to you guys. You guys are the ones with the dreams.
I didn't see anything this far.
Yeah, why don't you step in first? Head into the skull one. See what happens.
An insight, Ket.
Yeah. Me too.
All right. I don't know what you'd roll. We'll go with your base
Go
score.
inside.
Inside. I mean,
I'm
versus.
I got
just trying
5.
to read his intentions. I'm sure
Yeah.
he knows how. Oh, natural 1.
Natural one.
Yeah.
I'm fine, man. What'd you get?
It's totally
I got
fine.
5.
You got 5.
A 5?
Yeah, kill
I'm
yourself.
not
It's
being
easy.
weird.
Simple.
I'm just.
She'll look around at the rest of the party.
Shouldn't we go into butterfly?
I'll nod approvingly.
I'm only saying it because it's your thing. Like, this is. Like, that's your dude. Your person who gives you your powers. And, I mean, this is, like, right under, you know, all that. I'm just saying maybe it's meant for you and not us.
That's good reasoning. You think we should go to the butterfly?
You guys said you saw a butterfly, right?
Yeah, but we also saw the skull.
I
But
think
we
it's
did
up
the
to you to
skull
pick.
and now we should do the butterfly.
I don't think that it will. I don't know what each pick leads to, but if both are parts of it, then maybe just pick the one you like the most.
Can I roll?
Death and flight.
Can I roll perception just to look at both sides again? Because one's an
Yeah.
inky white with the butterfly.
There's one that is inky black, and
Oh, okay.
one that looks like a very thick fog.
Okay. And then the fog is the butterfly and
Yes.
the... Okay. I guess I don't need to roll perception.
I'm gonna pull out my pocket sand,
Okay.
and I'm going to, with the mage hand, push it through the black one.
What pot? You just
It's
Just
a
something?
paperweight from my kit
oh,
that I
all
had
right.
since the very beginning of the game.
You push this hand in through the inky blackness, and it resides there.
Can I pull it out?
Yes. Nothing.
Hmm.
Briefly, this inkiness drips off of it, but that's about it.
It might just be like a little cool effect.
I'm like tapping my feet. Can we go? Can we go soon, please? I really want to see.
Okay. Wait, it came back out and it was fine and nothing was... Okay. I shall go over to the black one.
Okay. You try to enter, and it completely freezes. The water turns into a black ice just as you approach, and above it, in common, begins to glow the words, "You have not suffered loss."
I walk in.
Ket enters the black door.
I can't go in.
Where are you going, Abers?
I'll follow Ket and see if
Black
I can
one?
go inside.
You can't. Freezes.
Okay, you can't go in there by yourself.
Well,
Can't hear him.
huh?
Which one are you trying to go?
Bolo,
The
maybe,
black one.
Bolo, maybe you can enter with him. Your family.
I really wanted to do the white one. Okay.
The black one is the black one.
No, white one. I wanted to go
Oh.
into the white one. I'll try and head into the black.
You enter the black.
That's not good.
Oh,
I
that's
doubt I'd be able to go in, huh?
Where do you go?
I'm gonna try the black one.
Freezes
I
over.
don't think so.
Have you ever heard of this book?
The
series?
lower
It's called
half of
Harry
it,
Potter.
however, continues to
Yeah,
ebb
I'm
and
sure I read
pulse.
it.
Continues
Your
to-
companion
My,
springs into an existence and looks up at you, looks at the door, walks right in.
Your companion? What?
what the hell?
Small little blue bear with
So I
white
have a question
antlers.
then.
It's just like
Can I not?
Yeah.
So can I not rage now?
No, you can't rage.
Dude, your rage walked into that door, man.
Your rage straight
Your
up.
abilities walked in there.
I literally have nothing I can do as a barbarian. That's
sucks.
every ability I
That's
have.
so awesome. Your class walked in there.
You're still strong.
Logan's like, I can't beat him without just taking away everything he can do.
Why are you so damn salty right out the
Salty.
gate?
It's a part of the game,
With
man.
you,
Come on.
I'm screwing with you.
Okay, I'll walk over to the white one and see what it says.
Nothing.
It doesn't...
It continues to, the fog flows.
When Ket and I are in here, can we see out back to the group? Or is it sort of like sealed behind us, just like a black wall?
We're going to go on break
Okay.
after events happen, and then I'll explain a bit more.
Do I see Olu come in? Oh, fuck.
You
I
two
assume-
are out of the game right now.
I assume the rest of us are able to enter.
Okay.
Maybe we should check the white one.
I feel like we should wait for them.
I don't think they can come back out.
Do you walk into the white one?
I'm gonna try to.
Okay.
Does any writing appear when I walk up to it?
You enter just fine.
I'm gonna follow
Yeah.
Altai.
I'll go into...
The two of you follow Altai. We're going to go on a brief hiatus because I have to pee like crazy.
Wow.
50
Oh, yeah,
minutes
I
in,
have to
and
do
Logan didn't pee.
Yeah. 50 minutes in.
Just hit transition and it'll be, you don't have to do the audio. We'll get
Catch
back
you
in
soon,
just a
my
second,
boys.
guys.
Haha.
Perfect. Welcome back to Tesseract, where Jacob and I have banished everyone, and now only the coolest people are on screen.
Oops.
Hey, what's up?
They're all dead.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Right, we come back more comfortably now that
I have my inventory managed.
and I've relieved myself.
Very nice.
Yes. I didn't leave this chair. I just got up and back and forth, like we always do.
Yep.
Ket, you walk in to this inky blackness, and you continue to walk. Your ears are sort of... You can't hear anything because all you hear is just a low hum. And eventually that hum rises and stops. All the ink around you sort of dissipates, and you are now back in Blastow. You are in your original home. You are waking up in your bed. You are you. You have all your memories. You look out the window and you still see darkness.
I'll stand up
Okay.
and I'll walk out.
Where do you walk?
Where am I?
You're in your room.
Yep, I'll walk out of the room.
Okay. You step into a long hallway, unscathed by all the damage that you witnessed the day before you left.
Mm-hmm.
Seems very comfortable, very homey.
I'll make my way down the hallway
Okay.
and out towards the living room.
You step into the living room, and you see standing there is your uncle. Ket,
You're not real.
well, that's a little offensive. It's been a while. Had a lot I wanted to say, but time comes for us all. I suggest you have seat.
It's not you. You're dead. What are you doing here?
It's me. The interesting thing about being dead, there are many secrets that we take with us, and many secrets we discover once we're on the other side. I believe for this brief moment you have been allowed to visit.
I'm
I
sorry.
suggest you take a seat.
I didn't mean to. I'll walk over to him
Hmm.
and I'll say, it was my fault. I didn't mean for you to die. It was
Ket,
you didn't deserve that.
I wanted to say it was not your fault. I was old anyway. I had many debts and many gambles I was dealing with. Me dying at the hands of a couple men looking for a little blue box was an abrupt end, but it was a fitting end. It happens to everyone. It's not your fault.
He died too.
Who?
Me. I died. I'm not what I was.
I don't claim to be all-knowing, but you're alive.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I know.
You're talking to me right now too. You're dead, and it's just been a really bad couple of months. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know my parents.
Start by having a seat.
I sit on the floor.
A chair coalesces, and you take a seat.
No, like is he like sitting in a chair,
Yeah.
like his chair? So I walked up to him, and he's like, "Take a seat," and I just sit on the floor, looking up towards him.
What troubles you, Ket?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Does anyone ever?
I don't want to be a part of this. The Tesseract it's dangerous, and I don't want to hurt my friends. I don't want to hurt anybody else. And I want to keep it away, but it keeps coming back. It wants me. I'm just trying to protect the people I care about.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds to me similar to a profession. It's something that is a part of you, whether you want it or not. And every moment you spend giving it attention, it improves, it gets better, and you get better at dealing with it. Interaction is part of life, Cat. We can't do it alone.
What does it want?
I'm dead. I don't know.
Yeah.
No one told me anything.
I know. Nobody told me anything too. I'm looking for answers and I don't find them. I feel like I need to take a leap of faith, but I don't know where to jump.
That's why it is called Leap of Faith. The memory, somewhat of a memory, begins to break and fade away slowly. You can begin to shout at him, but he doesn't seem to hear you. He turns back, he stands up just as he's sort of warbling into this inky blackness again, goes for the door, and walks out.
Is there a door there?
The door stays.
Yeah, Ket would be like, as soon as he passes through it, he'd like hit the door and like try to open it.
Okay. You open it, and it's the next chamber of this dungeon.
Cool.
If you want to go get the last person
Hi
who walked
guys. I'm getting Olo, right?
in. Yes, that would be Olo.
Well, I'm dead. Alright, you're next.
Hey, do you guys want to listen to that song for me and tell me if there's any lyrics that come up? Just leave it there.
They're just playing music. Tim's playing some music. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
What's going on?
How's it going?
Welcome back.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, sure you are. Just kidding, it's Tesseract. Everything's traumatic.
Oh no, Jacob went in that room and now it's loud.
Yeah, it's a little loud. He does that. Olo, you walk into this inky blackness.
Okay.
And you continue to walk. You don't hear the voices of anyone. You don't hear your own footsteps. You continue forward, and then the darkness fades. It's sort of as if you're entering clearer waters. You are yet again at this grove, and you see your eldest brother, Lop, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
He is standing there, observing your tree.
Okay. I'll walk up to him and say, Lop.
Olo,
We haven't seen you for a long time.
yeah, that's because I'm gone, Olo. Picked my brain apart, picked every thought out of my brain, and then threw it aside. I'm not there anymore.
How are you here?
I don't know. I spoke to the guy in charge of all this. He gave me a minute with you.
Can we get you back? Are they doing it to Damu and Kenlick?
I'm not a part of that anymore, although the person who I spoke to who's in charge is not. Whatever his name is, that elf. Beyond that now, but something that you have to deal with. I'm hoping you can save the others. But if you can't, don't blame yourself. I don't know what part you have in this, but I feel like all of us are being targeted for different reasons. It's not just an ends to a mean. You're just a part of whatever's happening. Just like me.
Lop, why? There's got to be more. There's got to be a reason why you're here and I'm here right now.
Don't know the reason you're here. wasn't given an explanation. But the reason I'm here is because I'm dead. I've been dead.
Was it the elf? You said you pick clean.
Yeah. I'm hoping the others, if somehow they're not safe, at least they go easier than I did.
What do I do? Where do I go?
Well, unlike me, I hope you have some time to plan. And unlike me or the others, or most of us, don't go alone. I feel like he might bank on that.
I won't.
It's good to see you.
I'll make sure that he pays.
I hope I don't see you again soon.
Yeah, I guess not.
He'll give you a hug, and
I'm gonna miss you.
the event fades.
Okay.
You take a step further into that unknown, and you step into a room with Cat. If you want to go and get this guy right here.
All right.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Altair, you took that first brave step under the butterfly into that mist. You continue to walk, and you hear peaceful whistling. The whistling is very beautiful, and it's sort of drawn through the air, and then it begins to fade. You have no body, but you feel as though you are watching events transpire.
Okay.
You see a banished elf. You've seen one or two before. Very.
The dark skin.
You see dark skin, very, very dark, sort of a purplish flesh. He's in a very, very comfortable tailored suit. And he picks up that whistling. He continues, and he pulls out of his suit a small forked wand. Goes in two different directions.
Is it the same thing as what Olo had previously?
It's different. It's very long, very ornate, covered in small little, look like might be holes for a flute.
Okay.
He pulls it out, points to an area that you can't quite see, and begins to flick it as if he were conducting an orchestra. He takes steps back out of the room, and as you follow, you see this hulking purple monstrosity. It is covered almost top to bottom in arms of different lengths. Some of them are conjoined and can't move beyond the fingers, and there's a set of what looks like maybe 6 equal-sized legs that push it forward as it ebbs and flows with his conduction. He looks a bit stressed. Not the creature, obviously, but this dark elf conducting him. He leads him into a courtyard. There are 2 intertwined trees that form sort of a doorway, a very large doorway. And in the middle, chained, is a small, docile pig. And this creature moves forward, and he stops, flicks his wrist once, and the creature obliterates this pig. Blood begins to fly all over the trees and soak into the dirt. Doesn't seem like it's eating it, but more like it is bent on destroying what it can. As this blood seeps into the trees, you see sort of a doorway begin to form. It's this dark portal, and it opens, and you see the wastes of home. The creature steps in, and you see creatures a bit more familiar to you, some of the larger, more towering than hulking ones, striding in the distance. And this creature runs in, and the gateway closes. The man immediately collapses. He seems exhausted, and he was very tensed up by leading that so closely as he had. He steps up, brushes his hair to the side, tucks away his wand, walks back into the hallway. And then all of your vision shifts almost like a hallucinogenic, and you see a doorway. You can feel your body and your mind connect again to your nerves, and you are able to move.
I'll walk through the doorway.
Okay. If you could go and get the person that followed you. I can't quite recall if it was Angela or Spencer. Okay.
Bye, see ya.
Hello.
Welcome back. You look very comfortable.
I am.
All right. So you walk forward into this mist. You hear the ocean. It's very calming. It's very soft. The wind blows. And you begin to lose the feeling in your body, as though just your mind is the only thing that's intact. And your vision begins to shift, and you see Sunfather Island. As if you were floating above it, you see it in its whole. It is enormous. Just as you remember, this creature is towering out of the ocean, and it seems to have collapsed by its waist up against this. You look around, and it seems a lot greener than you remember. You feel as though your actions here have improved the environment. And you look out into the ocean, and you see a small fleet of very beautiful wooden ships. You can choose to move closer to them if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, you feel yourself sort of pulled toward this little fleet of ships, and you see on it hundreds of furbolgs. As you come closer, you see they are weeping. They're very sad. Many of them are huddled together. They seem to be coming maybe from the east, you would assume, just from what you remember. And as you're sort of gliding through them, your mind is traveling. You see your parents, your mama and papa, and any siblings that you may have been more familiar with. You see the elder himself, and two of the ships continue straight toward Sunfather Island. The others break off.
Do my parents go to Sunflower Island, or do they continue past it?
They continue to Sunfather Island. And you regain your senses. The fog begins to form again, and then collapse, and before you, you see a doorway.
I go through it.
You enter a room with all of your companions. If you could get our last guest.
Our last guest. Oh no, my blanket.
Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? I'm DMing this game. It's kind of hard, a little stressful. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Welcome
Hey.
back. All right. How was your rest?
Nice.
Your brief hiatus?
Yes.
All right. Oh, that's loud. I'm going to go ahead and close that. So you walk into this white fog. You continue to walk forward. You don't really hear anything. You can't see anything beyond this fog. And then suddenly it dissipates. You lose all the sense in your body, as if just your mind is experiencing this. You see your home, the main room that you and your family spend the most time in. And you see the gentleman who was walking through the desert. He is speaking to them with one person next to him. They have that emblem that he bore, and the rest of them seems as though they might have been a local. He is asking them different questions, your parents, about local legends, about what you might have been up to, and about any travelers that have come in and out of town that they might be familiar with. The person next to him is writing down, almost transcribing the entire conversation. He gets up. He seems very content with the information that he's gathered. He bids them good day and walks out of the room. The fog reforms and then fades once more, and you see a doorway.
I walk through it.
The rest of your companions are waiting on the other side for you, if you could do me the favor of getting them. Let's go ahead and mute this whole computer.
Guys! Back.
Hey guys!
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Hey,
So we're all dead, right?
Yeah.
by now
every
my
single
tea
one
should
of
be
you.
perfectly cooled.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. That was the plan. That's why we waited for so long. You made so much water.
Mm.
Oh wait, what?
Yep,
You
just
made
right.
water.
Yeah, you did.
I use like a third of it, so.
All right. You are all standing in another chamber, which I have placed in this book.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hey.
The Chamber of Secrets.
No, it's not actually. It's a chamber of eggs.
Mm. I eat the
Harry
bomb.
Potter in the Chamber of Eggs.
Harry Potter in the pantry. I was not kidding, though. You are standing, let's see, in the middle of a room, and there is a stand in the center. It seems maybe 4 feet wide in every direction. There is a large egg resting on it, and there are 4 pedestals on the other corners of the rooms with smaller eggs.
Are we all in here now?
Yes, as the last of you
That's still
enters.
a big egg. And then
Yes.
little eggs.
Has my little friend
Yes.
accompanied with me?
Returns.
Hey guys, what did you? Hey, that was weird. Do I see them?
Yes, as the last of you walks in the room, the rest of you have seen these eggs sort of pulsing with a black and white energy around them, and the moment that she enters the room, that energy fades.
Wait, she?
Last
You
person.
were pulsing.
No,
No,
the eggs were
the
pulsing,
eggs
but
were.
as soon as she enters, the pulsing fades.
Like they were wrapped in some kind of energy.
Can I roll
As in the eggs can be touched.
like nature
Oh.
to see if I know what would come out of these?
Yeah.
14.
You can tell the ones around the edge of the room seem like small bird eggs. Can't tell what the one in the middle is.
Can I make a Arcana check to try to figure out what is going on here magically?
Mm-hmm.
22.
Seems as though whatever sort of dark energy was around these eggs was used to preserve them.
I think these. What's the name of that bird called?
The waking one.
The waking one. I think these are its eggs.
It's
And I
it?
think they're for you. As soon as you walked in, it was sort of a what's the word I'm looking for?
Change.
What? Not that one. It was preserving them. And as soon as you walked in, it stopped.
Do you think it's just because I seem to be last?
Writing begins to glow in a ring around the wall. Says, which matters more, 1 life or 4? But in these walls no water falls. Given time, none shall live. Before death's chime, whose gift shall you give? And just as you finish reading them, there are 2 sides on this middle pedestal, and they slide down. One of them contains a small tray filled with water, and the other, a hammer.
What?
Read it again. I'm sorry.
Okay. Which matters more, 1 life or 4? But in these walls no water falls. Given time, none shall live. So before death's chime, whose gift shall you give?
So it's only to pick the one of the four.
Well, one's a hammer and then one's a tray with water, like a water dish. I think it means that eventually they're going to die.
So do we want them to live for a little bit, or just end it now? Is that what you think it is?
I think so, because there's no water in here.
Besides that little tray.
Can make water.
Right. Well, there's no. I think what it means is there's no escape here. Is that these things are doomed. Can we save one?
Or is it that you sacrifice one life for the four?
Or the four for the one.
4 for the one.
I don't really know what the tray of water and the hammer have to do with it, though.
Yeah. I go over and I get the tray of water. Like,
Okay.
is it to feed them?
It says in these walls no waterfalls, and then
A given time, none shall live.
That means you know,
yeah.
there's no water in here. This is the only water they have, and they'll just die.
You pull the tray, and the 4 eggs around the sides of the room begin to shake and crack piece by piece. It takes just a few seconds.
Oops.
Whoa.
I think I accidentally decided. Oh boy. What comes out?
Out of these 4 small eggs are small, very, very small little birds. They seem like hatchlings, and they begin to cheep, each in their own
Do they have
tune.
skeletal heads?
No? Seem like normal birds.
I think these are like your children.
No.
No, she doesn't lay eggs. Jet.
Then the central
Why,
egg
she has
begins to
wings.
shake. The central egg is a bit larger and a bit more round than the others.
What's the hammer? Is it like a giant hammer?
I think it's
It's a
to
small hammer.
sacrifice one of them.
Central egg begins to shake even
Can I-
more.
Get one of the
Or
little
not one of
chicks.
them.
You can grab one, yeah. Can't move very well.
Yeah.
I'll go pick up the hammer.
Okay. The central egg finally gives way, and out of it, a snake begins to grow a little bit larger than the others at a faster rate of aging, and it begins to slither around the room and heads for one of the smaller birds.
Should we kill it
Yes.
with the hammer?
Yeah, I don't think you need the hammer.
With anything, really.
I'm going to.
It gulps up the little bird.
What the fuck? I was gonna do something.
You discussed its continuing to another one now.
Okay, I'm smacking it with the hammer.
I'm guessing magic missile on it.
Okay. Alright, both of you, please make an attack roll and roll damage. It's a very fast snake.
Do I add anything to this for the attack roll? Since I'm doing it with a hammer?
If you're proficient with it, well, I'll give you
Probably not.
proficiencies. Alright, then you don't have proficiency
Okay,
with it.
but is it? Oh, okay. So I don't do strength or dex or anything like that?
No.
Okay. 15?
11
Okay.
damage.
Alright, roll damage. Should just be a 1d4.
Okay.
What's strength to the damage?
1.
1. Alright. Collectively, you destroy this snake. The magic arcs throughout its full body, and it begins to wither and stop moving suddenly as these pulses hit it.
I don't understand what this riddle is. I don't know what's going on.
The 3 birds are now chirping.
I think.
One of them.
Do they drink water? Would they drink the water if we put the tray next to
And
it?
you feed the first bird.
Okay.
It begins to gulp up the water very, very thirstily. And then, after a brief moment, it turns to ash.
Oh no. I pick up one of the other ones. Let's not feed it that anymore.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
I don't know
The other one will hop to the ground. It's about a foot fall, and it begins to move around very, very slowly.
Pick it up.
Give it a good berry of water or something.
Give it a. I put out a good berry on my hand.
Okay. It's a little bit too large for their throats.
Oh, well, cut it up.
Pull it.
Okay. Cut up the good berry and you feed it to the little birds.
Uh-huh.
They appear to still be hungry. They're chirping.
Do you have? Can you create water?
Not right now. No.
Maybe feed them the snake.
Sweet roll?
Feed them this. I mean, okay, that might work.
Yeah.
I'll go over to the snake and I'll cut off a piece of it and I'll bring it over and I'll hold it up to one of them.
Don't know
Okay.
if they'll eat it.
You hold it up to them. They're chirping and facing upward.
I'll look up. Is there anything up?
No, they're like they want it.
Yeah.
So like,
There's no like.
You're gonna have to mama bird it too.
can you do it? That's gross.
Sure.
I knew you did.
I start chewing it.
Chew up the piece of snake and spit it into the small birds.
Mm-hmm.
They consume it and are still chirping.
They need water, but this water kills them.
So there's only 2 birds.
Mm.
Okay, it said none shall live, like until death's chime.
It says, none shall live, so before death's chime, whose gift shall you give?
I don't know what that means. Are we supposed to give them the hammer? Is that like the gift?
I think it's saying which way you're going to kill them. Turn
This
them
is
down,
terrible.
I thought you were starting to laugh.
No, I don't know what to do.
Well-
I think that, are they supposed to die?
We gave the gift of when we pulled out the
To
water,
sit.
then we decided. So
Like
maybe
to
that was
sit.
the gift.
Like cross my legs and
Okay.
pray to Indo for guidance.
Okay. You do have a pretty strong connection to Indo. You've lived your whole life in the forest, and you have been able to commune with him a couple of times. You get the feeling when you pray to him, when you try to commune, that this isn't his place.
I don't know what to do,
I
guys.
don't either. I know you're being the
Can we-
can't remember its
Can
name.
we go
The
back?
waking one.
The waking one. It
The
deals
doors
with
are
death,
shut.
right? Is this a trial it wants us down to go? And we have to accept death and let them die?
I've never done anything like this before.
Yeah.
It's the only way out of this room. Back through.
There's no way out of this room.
No way.
The
Okay.
door's shut.
I think the only way out is to
Let them drink the water.
drink the water.
Just let one drink it. See if it.
Okay, I'll set it down.
Okay. You set one down, the other tries. Do you hold it back?
I'll put it.
They both drink the water. And after a moment, they both turn to ash. The words around the room begin to shift and reform, and a final phrase hangs over a now open doorway. It says, "Lesson learned."
It's all epic and it's all like lesson learned. And in the back of the room, echoing, Cat's like, "Oh fuck you, dick."
What the fuck? Kill it, birds!
What did we?
Yeah,
what-
I didn't learn
I'll
anything.
go down to Avarice and I'll kind of just put my arm around you and say, "It's all right.
Can you carry me?
I'm stronger than I used to be.
That's nice, Kit.
I'm a little more swole."
His muscles are now toned instead of...
Yeah.
There was a
It's
whole
like
montage.
non-existent.
I've
Yeah.
been training.
There was a whole montage in the desert where I just got buff.
You found those like leg weights that.
Just like a really wide pan shot that zooms in and Ket's just in the middle of the desert with a shake weight. Yes!
I'll put Avarice on my shoulders and keep going.
Can I like?
The doorway's too short.
Boom! 20 damage.
Can I try and contact Old Man Yant for some wisdom onto what the lesson was? Because I have an idea, but
You get nothing.
okay.
I wanna pick up the hammer.
You pick up the hammer. It's a little interesting. Upon further inspection, you see a skull, which you can affiliate with the symbol of Jen, as with the butterfly. This is the god of death.
Guys, what did you see when you went through the doorway? Because we went through the black one. I did. Where did you guys go?
Black.
We went through the butterfly one.
Yeah, the white,
Mhm.
the mist.
I
What
didn't
did you see?
see anything that I think had to do with this.
Well, it might.
I do think it's important because there was a man that came through, and wanted to enter the city. He was. I asked you guys about him because he told me that you guys had killed all of the people that he was with.
10 index?
I guess so. I saw him. He was like interviewing my parents, and he was asking questions about me and about like travelers that had come through the city. And I feel like maybe he's
They're looking for us.
Yeah.
That's what you saw when you went through the door.
Just that.
That's all I
Rolo,
saw.
what'd you see?
My worst fears.
Your worst fears?
I saw my brother a lot. And he told me that he was dead. Picked clean by the elf.
What?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
dark elf.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Mikhail.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. He offered me some wisdom before he left.
Are both of your parents gone?
They live in the city.
Yeah, what'd you see?
I'm just curious because both of you saw people that are believed to be dead.
They had experienced loss and they went through the other room.
Yeah.
That's true. I saw. Was it the same? I don't know what the.
You never saw him.
I never saw what that one looked like. Right. I'll describe him to Tim or to Olo. What he looked like.
The general description that she gives is a dark elf in a very... Well, go ahead.
A dark elf with one of those things like what you had, but it's a bit different. A little bit longer, more innate. He was like conducting a monster. It was giant, purple. When you said big, like, do you mean like the size of like a house, or do you mean
About
like
12 feet.
12 feet?
Okay.
About 12 feet tall, with countless number of arms hanging off of him, and I saw him enter home. The wastelands.
Iris, what'd you see?
My mama and my papa and a bunch of furbolgs. They were all on ships going to the island that we were on.
The Sunflower Island.
Yeah. Some of them.
Did all of you see, like scryed? Like, you saw something else happening now.
Well, I don't know why my
You and
mama
I saw things that...
and papa would leave, though.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what the
It's possible.
purpose is behind this place.
We're seeing what's happening in the future, and you guys have seen what has happened.
They
Well, we
looked
didn't see what
very
had
sad.
happened. We literally spoke with the person who had died.
So are we seeing?
Like, Mikhail was aware he was dead.
So it was love.
I don't know what this temple is trying to tell us with embracing death and whatnot, but it's strange what you guys saw. I don't know what that means.
Well, I hope it doesn't mean future loss.
Hope not.
I look down at Kira. Can you show me what you saw? No?
Come on, Kira.
Are we unable?
What's in there? Don't give me that.
Are we unable?
You're supposed to help us.
We could help you, maybe, if you would tell us.
Yeah, you
anything.
want some bear treats?
We
I know
don't.
you do.
We don't have any
I
honey.
know you do.
Wait, are you holding out
Uh-huh.
honey?
Yeah. You want some beef jerky? You want some? I don't have it with me.
She's a spirit. She won't
don't
eat
think-
that.
Do you want spirit jerky?
I do.
You want spirit jerky?
Do you have honey?
I have the no.
But seriously, we could maybe help you. We have the Tesseract. That seems pretty powerful.
Does it ever speak?
Kira, she's never spoken to me before.
I think
talked
she
to her.
has, yeah.
No, she's spoken
She's
one
never
time.
spoken.
She spoke when we telepathically communicated.
That's right. We can telepathically communicate with her now.
Logan, did anything happen when that last bird died?
Yeah, door opened.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think
Where
the
to go but
testament
through
to
the
this
door?
place is life and death. I'm not sure though.
I think it's that, wait, what did you say?
I think the testament to this place, what they're trying to teach us, is life and death.
Yeah, the lesson is that everyone dies.
Fun lesson, guys. It's been a real great day today.
Didn't it say? It said like one life or four, like which is more important. I don't know. That makes me think that someone was supposed to live, or that the other four were supposed to live. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I pulled the water out and they all hatched. Maybe it was like a trick message. It was like, pick, and then it's like, too bad everyone dies.
Perhaps.
Which, I mean, isn't false. Anyways, we should go.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start walking to the door.
Okay.
I'd take the hammer.
You continue forward, and you enter what looks like a worship room. It's a bit smaller than Indo's, but there's just a few pews. They're very, very old, very dusty, but seem unmoved. And in the back, there is a statue of Jen, the god of life, death, decay, time, and family.
Wait a second. We went through something similar like this on Sunflower Island. It was the Indo Sanctuary, right? Maybe this is Sanctuary of Jen. It's talking about life and death. The things you guys saw were things that you cared about. Altair saw that elf. Maybe it's something that she cares about. And you saw your family. It's somebody you care about. It has to do with life. We saw people that had already died. Jen, I've seen Jen before. Why are you smiling at the camera? Stop that.
You've seen Jen?
Yeah, I died before, well, a while ago. I turned into a stone, and I saw his face, and it was terrifying. I know that Jen watches over life and death.
Abras, how do you pray to what's your
Endo?
endo?
I usually just sit and I try to clear my mind of thoughts except for what I really need to know. And sometimes he reaches out and guides me through my questions and just life, I guess.
I'm gonna walk up to the statue and
I'll follow.
kneel.
Okay. As you approach, you do see another one of those wells resting just in front of this statue.
A well, like
The one we saw.
It's the magic. It's the awesome water.
It's made of opal.
Okay.
Mm,
Like almost like this.
No.
Like
Isn't-
this.
Opal's kind of hard to describe.
Yeah, like that.
does this look the same as this other temple that you guys?
Yeah, there was a well in it. Oh, hey, Altair.
What-
We're just talking about that. This temple is like the one of Indo on the island, but it's of Jen.
What is?
We're now in a chapel and there's a statue of Jen.
So you approach it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you?
Don't touch it.
I'm not touching it.
What is Indo? Do I know? Like,
Yeah, Indo's a deity.
but like
Indo's a god of nature.
god of nature. Well, this is the god of death. So I don't
And
know
life.
if the water is gonna be.
He's both.
And life.
And family.
Well, he just made us kill like a bunch of things. I don't know. I
I'm
just.
gonna pray
Okay.
to
Jen.
am I
You're
forgetting
right.
these names? Yeah, Jen. I'm like in my head now at this point.
I think you're right. The well that we drank out of at Indo's was it restored us. It cured our wounds and things like that. I don't know if this is going to be Jen flavored.
Mm-hmm.
It
What
might
do you-
just kill us.
Yeah.
What do you want to convey?
I'm praying to Jen.
Just in general.
Bring him back. Bring Locke back. He was the best out of all of us. You can take me. I was nothing compared to the rest of them. The runt of the litter.
At first you hear quiet, and then you hear a sort of mournful voice. Sounds very, very forlorn. Says, revival is not a part of your world. Should never be. You need to learn from death.
I'll just punch the ground.
Okay.
Oh, hello, you okay?
No.
I'll go over to the well.
Okay.
I'll look in it.
Infinite. It's pitch black about 100 feet down. There are a few rays of light actually in this room that do shine down on both the statue and the well. It seems like there might be sunlight somewhat nearby above you.
Is there anything in Druidic in here, like in Indo's temple?
Mm-mm.
Any languages at all?
Just a few warnings in common and proverbs that
You
you've
guys
seen.
remember going through Indo's? There were things we had to fight. This one has nothing.
Well, Endo's also didn't have that puzzle.
Yeah, this
Snake.
one. Yeah. I don't think we're supposed to drink this water.
There's nothing in it.
Oh, there's nothing in it, actually. There's no water in here. I thought there was. I can't see.
So there's a well, and then there's a light.
There seem to be sort of god rays shining down on this statue and on the well from a crevice maybe 40 feet above.
Can I look at the crevice and can I, like, mage hand it?
Yeah, you knock a few rocks around, it seems.
There's a way to go up there.
Can I try
It's
and
not quite wide enough.
like scoop my hand into the bowl?
What bowl?
The well. Sorry.
The well's empty.
Is it big enough for
It's like
me
in
to fly
Harry Potter.
down?
Yes. Just barely. Like, it'd be a tight fit.
Maybe we're supposed to jump down the well?
I can fly first.
Your wings won't fit in there.
They're really small.
I could climb down.
Wait, is it big enough for me to fly down, or is it big enough for me to
It's
fit?
big enough for you to barely fly down. You are a very thin person.
Okay.
I'm guessing I wouldn't be able to fit in it.
Probably not.
I could rope myself and feather fall down and you
Lola,
just
would
pull
you
me back out.
consider a well a bowl?
If
No.
everyone does remember, you did have a unique interaction with the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's the
What do you mean?
bug in it, right?
Well, we had to kill those things, yeah, and it gave us memories.
Someone would like to roll some sort of intelligence to remember.
Intelligence? Sure!
What?
Ooh.
Wow, I'm dumb. I got a
24.
6.
You gave it the Tesseract.
Oh, well,
I
yeah,
was
last
thinking
time we
about
put
that.
the Tesseract in it. Don't you guys remember that?
Oh yeah, we put the Tesseract in it. In the well or in the statue?
In the well, right? Yeah, it was the well.
Drop the Tesseract down the well. It'll come back. It'll come
It'll
back.
just come back.
It will
That's
come
alright.
back. I remember doing this.
The
Yep.
moment that you form it, it's pulled from your being.
Yeah, I
and
remember
you
this.
lose all of your connection to it. It is now resting about a foot above the well and is pulsing and ebbing in its own right. It seems very, very alien and foreign in its movements. And it begins to grow, and the angles that intertwine begin to lengthen. And for a brief moment as it's doing this, you see a bit of light and a bit of energy forming at the bottom of the well. And then, about the size of a fist, just for a split second, an opening is formed in the Tesseract. And you see crackling red energy beyond it. And a thin wisp begins to pour out. Very, very, very thin. And you all feel this overwhelming sense of hatred and loathing, and pain and death. You all take 5 radiant damage. And the Tesseract immediately closes this hole, but the moment that it let that out, you hear a scream somewhere far beyond in the desert.
In the desert?
Mm-hmm. You hear it
What kind of scream?
faintly,
Like a woman scream, or
like a bird.
Are we hearing it through the crack?
Mhm.
Okay.
This energy begins to well up in the well just a little bit more, and it fills and boils and bubbles and reaches the top. The Tesseract suddenly stops moving and becomes calmer, and you can see this liquid that looks like rainbow. And as the rainbow sort of rolls over itself, you see a brief opening, and looking in, almost so real that you could reach in and be there, is Indo's sanctuary that you've been to. And it continues to roll over and pass.
These are like
They probably can't
portals.
hear it, doesn't matter.
Do you think if we go in here, we'll go into Indos? We'll be on Sunflower Island. These are kind of like portals.
I can go.
I don't want to risk that.
We don't know if we'd be able to return.
That's where my family is.
Well, right.
We don't know if that's happening right now.
There's something going on in the desert too. Maybe we can come back in here.
Okay.
We'll see. Hey, Olo, can you create one of those anchors here?
My name's Quag. Yeah.
Your name's Quag?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Quag.
Yeah, you weren't there for that.
Sorry. I didn't know you changed your name.
He's Quig now, come on.
I didn't know. I was dead.
It's Quig.
You
It's
were
always
there,
Quig. It's your boy Quig. I like that.
Can you create one of those teleportation anchors here so that we can possibly get back? Let's do that, and then let's get out of here. There's somebody like blowing like the leaves outside.
Oh,
It's really
leaf
loud.
blower. I thought it was like one of the friggin' handheld vacuums at the door.
Do I?
You think you?
You think you're gonna stream and not have background noise?
Can I take my rope and make it go up towards the little crevice up there and tie it on something?
Yeah, you grab at your rope. I need you to start some combat music.
Oh no! Blood! Blah, 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 blah.
Did I have time to cast my anchor?
Out of curiosity, what's
How
the
long does it take?
It's an action.
Yeah,
Personally?
you have an action.
Okay.
You take a moment and steel yourself and create this anchor, and then a large, bony beak slams into the wall.
Wait.
The earth around you begins to shake and crumble, and stones begin to fall as it pecks again and again. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Crap.
See, I told you, they're evil.
It's not evil.
17.
I'll do
Go ahead.
20 through 15.
21.
That's not what I said, but okay.
15, 17. I got 17.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 16. Sorry.
Okay. You two?
7.
7.
I have a 16 index.
What?
So I'm higher up.
Logan's just like, wait, what?
Aww.
You're 16 in deck.
What's your character's name again?
Delia.
Delia.
Who the hell are you again?
What game am I running?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Damn it. It's nothing.
Uh-oh.
What?
I just
Altair,
think
there
that
is now a beak
those
slamming into this crevice, making it more open with every attack.
Alright. I will, I'll rage and then hold my attack action until
Okay.
I'm certain that this thing is going to attack us.
Alright.
Also, out of curiosity, is the beak about the same size as
No, it's bigger.
oh, bigger?
The
Oh,
whole
this is
head
the
is like
daddy
the
one.
size of a car.
Oh, ah.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is a big boy.
I guess teleporting might be a good idea.
just, yeet.
Bye, guys. See ya.
Alright, you prepare your action and it will fly back and dig its talons into the rocks. You see it wrap almost a full body's length into the stone and rip and pull it out. There's now a large enough opening for about 3 people to stand in,
Is it
and you can see it.
the I can never remember the
The
name
waking
of it.
one.
The waking one.
The wake. Is it the waking one?
Yes. You see now that its eyes are not an abyss. They do not have blue energy. They are entirely red.
He's angry.
Ket, your turn.
It's been taken.
I think I have an idea of what this is, but I'm not sure. But I'm gonna have to talk about it afterwards. We're gonna have to kill this thing. And then I'm going to.
What?
I'm sorry. There's nothing else we can do. It's gonna try and get us.
We're not jumping through now?
Oh, I mean, we can try to teleport away. I'm going to cast magic missile on it.
Okay. How much damage?
15 damage. Force
Okay.
damage.
Does it look hurt?
Yeah. He splays his hand out and 3 small bolts fly out of his
Cast it at the second level.
Nice. And they begin to crackle around its face, and you see a small amount of bone begin to break.
Don't. Let's just jump.
Well, I'm just trying to keep it back.
Abris.
Oh, we're leaving? Are we going?
Yeah, if that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, I'll hop through.
Okay.
I don't
You-
really know if we can kill this thing. It's massive.
You wait for this well to sort of pulse and roll over, and you jump in just at the right time. You are now standing on Sunfather Island. Olo.
I'm not going in until everybody goes in. Unless you don't want to, and that's your choice. That's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna. Shoot. I'm just gonna jump in.
Okay.
Just gonna jump in.
You wait for it to roll over yet again, and you jump between the rainbows. You end up on Sunfather Island.
Between the rainbows.
Hi.
Delia.
This is ridiculous. I should stay.
Okay, I don't want you to. Is this your plan? Is this what you wanted?
No, this isn't what I wanted. I'm just saying that I'll wait because I don't think it will hurt me.
I'll try
the
you.
Tesseract.
She doesn't.
I don't.
No one
Where is
does.
the Tesseract?
For those of you still here, it is resting above that well, about a foot up. For those of you on Sunfeather Island, it is about a foot above your well.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm not gonna jump through when you're out here.
God damn it, Altair! Get in the goddamn
I'm
well!
the one that can take the hits.
No, I don't get.
I stand in front of Cat.
I hate you so much.
Push him in. Just push him in.
Okay.
But the initiative is you
Ket, what's
and
your
then
AC?
Ket.
Yeah, so, me?
No,
Oh, Cat.
you're standing
My
between
AC?
Ket and the... Yeah.
17.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm standing in front of Cat to try to protect him.
That's mage armor.
Why
It's
didn't
better than wearing leather.
Alright.
I actually don't think it is, but oh well.
You take 27 piercing damage as it sticks its beak in and tries to consume you. Takes a big gash, but it does not take you with it.
You're unconscious.
Oh my god!
No, dude, uncanny dodge. You get that 5th level.
Oh! That fucking shit! Ha 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 ha.
But
Yeah.
could
Go,
you-
go, go! I want to save everybody!
Could you see it?
Huh?
Could you see it?
Is it invisible?
No, I'm not going to be that guy. Like, you were facing the other way having a conversation. But
If it comes diving at me, I'm gonna
Well,
like
yeah, that's
move
fair.
out of the way and only take what, 13?
yes.
So I'm at 12 now.
Logan, can we see them if we're looking into the well?
You see the rolling rainbow again, and then brief intervals, you see everybody shouting, a beak hitting
yeah,
Ket.
okay, so we can't see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A beak hitting Cat.
Ket, your turn.
Go.
And I just go out the way.
Avarice, I might have to go back.
Go back. They can come through.
My turn?
Yeah.
I give one last look at Delia. And I don't say anything. I run over and I jump into the well. And I'm like, I'll say you're coming now! You get in! And then I jump in.
Go. I'll be behind you.
Abris?
Oh, you're well.
Oh, hello, Ket.
You know how this is going.
Hey, ow! It got me
Oh,
in the
well,
ribs.
Healing word.
What?
Doing anything?
I heal Ket.
Maybe, hold on, let
Okay.
me...
Healing word?
Delia, you are on deck.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
This
I
is a
don't have
difficult
heroes right now. Okay.
Scenario for you.
Get 8 back.
Thank you.
It wouldn't make sense
Wait,
if I
I'll
could make
cast
2
it at
anchors,
a
right?
Higher level.
You should jump through with us.
Okay.
Look at his eyes. It's not it.
You get another 9.
Delia.
I'm go through. I'll be behind you.
I'm gonna insight that.
How far does that anchor work?
So this is what's really cool because I looked it up when they told me to. It says for the next 8 hours, whenever you use this psionic discipline to teleport, you can instead teleport to the anchor, even if you can't see it. Oh wait, never mind. No, it says but it must be within range of the teleport ability.
Oh.
So there's no way.
Teleport
There's no way.
ability?
Yeah.
That's 21 on
So
that
it's
insight.
basically just whenever I teleport, I
Is she
can
intent on
instead
following
teleport.
It's about 2 months away.
Yeah.
Well,
there's no way.
She's a little undecided, but she mostly intends on jumping through.
I'll tell you.
Tick tock, tick tock.
We'll jump
tick
through.
tock.
All right. I'll tell you. You jump through.
You better come right after me.
Sploosh.
It's just you now. Gave you your message.
Okay, I'm gonna
Pretty
turn
helpful.
to the bird
Mm-hmm.
or the whatever, and like if I do this, like, is it gonna attack me?
Yes.
Oh, I'll jump through then.
Okay. All right. It's gonna try to make one last attack before you do that. Is it 2? Well, I'll just give it 1. It's a 25 hit.
Yeah.
27 piercing damage. And you jump through.
We
You're
can
now-
grab the Tesseract, right?
That's what I was gonna do.
Are we still in combat?
Not necessarily. You're now all in a very forested, more of a jungle area,
Once you make it through, point at the Tesseract.
very overrun with
What about
plants
it?
here.
Can you take it?
Why should I take it?
You're the one that has it.
Okay. I take it.
Can't.
No.
I grab it. What's going on?
It doesn't like any of us anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your turn.
It's your turn.
Can you?
Hello.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Thank God. Okay.
I think we have to. I'm gonna look through. Can I see what's going on inside the?
You see the bird, the skull of a giant bird, desperately trying to attack and devour this tesseract.
It's trying to eat it.
I think we have to stop the bird.
I don't know. Can we get back up there?
If we jump through.
It's now below you. It's
Oh.
sort of like a portal thing, where up is down and down is up when you go in.
Okay.
I have an idea of what's going on. I don't know if I'm right. It's just a theory. I don't know.
Is
What do you think it is?
You saw what happened. There was the electricity. It opened up. And you saw the wisp of something in there. There's
You all
something.
felt it very, very strongly.
There's something in the tesseract. Something's trapped inside. My idea. I don't know if I'm right. My idea is that it's the missing god. Brilliant. I have another theory, which is that the things like the old man, the awakened one, the waking one, are like his soldiers. It's not trying to destroy the tesseract. It's trying to.
break him out.
It wants him out.
is the wisp coming out from this tesseract?
No, that stopped within a second.
Brilliant disappeared when all those things came down to our world. I think they're like a part of him. They either serve him or they are him, or they're trying to get him out of the tesseract.
Do we want him to stay in?
I don't know. It terrifies me.
Right now, all that we know is where we're supposed to take it.
Yes.
And he will know more than we will.
So far, it's not doing a very good job of getting him out, though. It's like snapping at the tesseract.
I think we have to stop the bird. I don't know if we have to kill him. We might not have to. Just the.
All right.
Delia, if you have a connection with this thing, I'm sorry.
You went back?
Yeah.
I don't want to destroy that for you.
Olo's gone.
Okay, although wait.
Well, shit. All right. I jump in.
All
My
right.
experience with these things is that they're evil.
I would like to wild shape and then go in.
All right.
I know that.
We're going to hold on your conversation for a moment. Altai, you're going first.
It's more like that everybody's going through
Yeah.
while I'm saying this, and then I was
It
gonna
doesn't
hop
matter.
through with like one
Okay.
of those.
Well, I was going to go back and forth, but we'll let that finish.
Is it
I'll try to keep
My
track of.
combat turn?
Not yet. Hold on. We're going to finish.
I literally just say,
Yeah. Sorry.
I know that doesn't make anything better for you, but from my experience and what I know, we have to stop this thing, and then I'll jump in.
I'll go.
Okay. All right. Altai, you jump in right after Olo, and you can use your action before it attacks again.
Alright, awesome. I'll rage back up again.
All right.
And
Keeping track of those?
Yep, I get 4 of them a day. So.
Wow.
And then I will take 2 swings with my great axe.
Okay.
And I'll reckless attack.
All right.
That would be a 21 and a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Give me
Do
1
a
second.
double
Do
21s.
they both hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that will be. Oh my goodness. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 18, 29 damage.
Holy crap! Nice.
All right. It's going to be its turn, so it's going to clack open its jaw, and you see this red energy forming in the back of its throat. Just as you, or no, would be
Olo winning.
Abris after.
yeah, Abris. Just as you're jumping in, you see this energy welling up, and then this black, dark energy pours out of its mouth and into this room. I need everyone in there to make a Constitution save.
Wait.
Everybody.
That would be these 3 currently.
Okay.
You're in next round.
19.
Why do you
Okay.
do this?
Oh.
You're so good most of the time. I got a 4.
Okay. And Abris?
11.
You use the.
Both of you take 9 necrotic
I haven't
damage.
transformed yet.
You have this round. You're jumping in as...
Yeah, I remembered that I have to cast a spell before I transform, or I can't cast a spell.
Ah, then you are not in yet.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay.
You're good, but...
No, I would have jumped in because I need to cast a spell there.
You're
for-
jumping in before you're wild shaping.
Yes.
Okay, then you take 9 necrotic
Yes.
damage. All right. Ket, you are still having that conversation.
Yep.
Abris, you're in.
Okay. Return of Thunder Bear.
All right.
I cast Call Lightning, and
Oh,
Nice.
then I transform into a bear.
Okay. You transform into
Thunder
Thunder
Bear!
Bear.
Bear. So it needs to make a
It's like epic, like hard rock, like
a
solo.
dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving.
Yes.
Ooh. Got a 4.
Okay, so he's gonna take a little bit of damage.
Okay.
Come from the land of the ice and snow.
12, 13 lightning damage.
Okay.
And
Lightning forms out of nowhere. Thin air, essentially, no clouds. It crackles down and arcs straight into the 2 horns of this bird and begins to sort of crackle and swell in energy, and it sinks right into its eyes.
oh,
Ooh.
that's not good.
Olo, you are up.
Oh right, I
Wait.
had electric eyes.
Wait, it just like absorbs it? Oh, damn it.
It had electric
Does
eyes.
this
Thunder Bear is useless.
when I see absorb it, does it remind me of when the thing absorbed my psychic energy?
Not in the same means,
Okay.
but like it's
Listen,
a similar natural mechanic.
Just making sure. All right. I'm gonna use my bonus action
Okay.
to give myself a climbing speed and a tough hide. So,
All right.
and then I'm gonna unsheath my claws. And can I hit it? Like, is it within
Yeah.
range to hit? Okay. And then I'm just gonna swing at it.
That's so cool. You just like
Oh,
toughen
did
your
it attack?
hide. That's awesome.
Go.
What? Probably don't hit. That's a 12.
Okay. That does not hit.
Okay.
You reckless attacked, right?
Mhm.
It is going to attack you with its beak. Gets a 18, and then it will arc back out and try to attack you with its talons. Getting higher than 18, so you will take 27 plus 23 piercing and slashing damage. So
50, so 25.
Ouch.
25 damage. All right.
Man, I'll stay behind actually. I'll be in the Endo Sanctuary. I'll wait for you guys.
Both of you enter.
That's all I
Altai,
can
it is your turn again.
I will swing into it twice.
'Kay.
This attack.
All right.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
And 23.
Both of those hit.
Dude, I rolled that the first time too.
That's amazing.
That's so much damage. That's 29 damage again.
Okay. All right, you cut into it as its talon is leaving the area. And as you cut into the talon, you feel as though you've done much more than you did when you attacked its skull. Actually begins to bleed.
Is there a difference between the talon and the skull in terms
One
of...
is made of bone.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey guys, attack the parts that aren't bone.
Yep, on it.
All right, it's its turn again.
No. Nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, I skipped it last turn. So it's going to attack you
Oh,
again.
was that not... Oh, okay. I thought that's what the red, like, necrotic was.
No, that was a passive action. Sort of a reaction. Same as last time, and same as last time, but higher.
Alright.
Again with 25 damage. Ket, your turn. You are now
I
in
can
the
only
room.
take that one more time.
Yeah, got it. Are you right in front of it? Were you
Uh,
within 5 feet?
yeah.
Cool. I'm going to take 2 daggers and
Sneak
just
attack.
toss them at
All right.
the bird. I'm not aiming for its skull.
Make a couple of ranged attacks.
A couple of ranged attacks.
Yes.
Sounds great. We got 2 of those.
All right.
A 15
Okay.
and a 19.
Both hit.
Awesome. And we are getting sneak attack on one of those because I have that now.
Excuse me.
You are not excused.
Two more
Oh,
D6s.
shit.
Here's mine.
I don't have my rogue dice. Sorry. Or I give them to you.
Ooh. Alright. 5, 7, 9, 10, 16. And I don't get proficiency bonus to the damage on the second dagger, right?
Unless you have the feet.
20 damage.
All right. Good job, Cat. Doing
Thanks.
some damage
Yeah, I
now.
actually learned how to do that. Check that out,
Abyss.
guys.
I assume that Thunder Bear is useless, so I use both of my attacks.
Bear is not useless.
Bear is not useless.
Bear! Regular bear.
Regular bear. Okay, so 2 attacks. Is there
Thunder
any
Bear
way
must
for me
go into hiding.
to flank? I'm assuming not.
You're going to have to leave this chamber and enter the desert.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so
Because
a
this
bite.
thing's freaking huge.
Oh, I don't like that. Hits. A bite. So wait, maybe. Plus proficiency. It's only 11. I don't like the first
11 does not hit.
one. That's much better. That's a 22 to hit.
All right, that'll hit.
Okay, so my claw attack.
I don't know what to say to that.
Everett, no one expects the Coastal Inquisition.
13 damage.
All right. You also managed to land that on its talon as it's pulling back. And it is going to learn from that mistake. Olo, you're up.
Okay, is it close to us still?
Yeah, it is. Its head is now back in the hole.
Okay. I'm going to reach over and touch Altair
Okay.
and heal her.
Delia, you're on deck.
Do you have a wand?
Oh wow, that's a lot of dice.
Yeah, he's a mystic.
Better than the cleric.
Yes, he's a mystic.
Not good enough, though. That is 23 hit points.
Awesome.
Keep you alive.
And
I'll get
then,
you through one more turn.
uh,
Wait, is that a bonus action?
no, that's an action.
Oh, okay. Anyway, then I do this. I'm like, holy crap.
And then I want to, with my climbing speed, start climbing onto the bird if I can, like up its beak.
Roll athletics or acrobatics just to get on.
Okay.
Am I there?
Yeah, you're there now. You're on deck.
Avoid
too.
its head.
It's
I'll
the
get off of
only
it as soon
thing
as I
in the room
can.
now.
That's all that's here, though, right?
Personally,
It's just its head.
Oh, it's hiding its body.
like just
You're all basically in a small cave. It has made a hole that its head fits in perfectly.
nearly as much fun
21.
as all the other classes.
21?
It's probably
All right.
very-
You managed to climb onto its head.
It's just it's
Okay,
too
can I-
simple.
Do I have enough movement? Well, I don't know how big this thing. I know it's as big as a car. Do I have enough movement to get off of its head and like onto its
I
back
don't know,
or
I just-
something?
You can climb up its head, but it has a skeletal neck that extends maybe twice your movement speed or distance. So that's about 60 feet long. That's a little big. It's about 1.5.
Feet.
1.5
One and a
what?
No, of your movement, so it's about
Okay.
45 feet long.
Okay, so I don't make it off of
Foot
its
and a
head.
No.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to know where I'm at. That's my turn.
Delia.
What if we tried to like turn the tesseract off and I stalled? How does that sound?
Oh yeah, let's just push the off button. I don't know where that is.
I mean, like I can. Okay, is the opening? How big is the opening again?
It's sort of in the upper side of the room. It's about 15 feet wide, maybe.
I'm gonna cast web with my wand.
All right, cool.
Nice, nice.
You cast web. Yeah, it makes a big ass net.
We were talking about like
All right.
just, like being Spider-Man, but with the wands of web, but it wouldn't work because you'd have to condense it. So you'd be like,
Yeah.
ah, just everywhere.
Like when he.
All right, Altair, you're up.
Like
There is
when he
now
hits the
a
billboard
big
and then it
closed opening where the bird is reeling in to attack yet again.
I will attack it twice.
Wait, through the web?
Did the web do anything?
Yeah, it's in the way.
You can attack through the web.
Can we try to grab the tesseract here?
It's an enormous, thick mesh of webbing. She pulled out a wand and
Yeah.
sprayed this huge web. It's like a window,
So
basically.
am I unable to attack through it?
Yeah, the bird's outside of the room now. There's a web.
Oh, okay. I was unaware that the bird ever left the room.
The bird is.
It only had its head in.
The bird is the size of a lighthouse.
I understand that. What I was not understanding was that it was coming in and out and in and out.
Yes,
I
that's
thought
exactly
it
what
was keeping
it's
its
doing.
head in and just pecking at
No,
its
it reeled
head.
back and
Okay.
gave you a talon attack too. Now that it's out of the room, there is Olo, and then Webb.
I'm on its. I'm on
You
its feet
conjure a
still.
mass
are?
of thick, sticky webbing.
Oh yeah, I know how that works.
20-foot cube. All right.
You're on it?
I'm just gonna.
I thought so.
Yeah, you are on it.
I
Okay.
didn't. I wouldn't
Yeah,
have
he's
done it.
out there now.
I wouldn't have done it if he was out there by
You can
himself.
I'm just going to
Oh, you
bank
can-
on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bank on it coming back through, and so
Okay.
I'll pull back and get ready to strike at it twice.
Okay. So you're using your full turn to prepare an action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
20-foot, 1 health.
a wild shape.
Okay.
Oh yeah, lightning probably won't hurt it, guys. Just saying.
Okay.
The Thunder Bear looks at you kind of like,
He has a name.
Yeah, like, you're going by Thunder
It's got
Bear
like a
now?
wrestler match.
Yeah. Thunder Bear.
yep.
Dude, you need to adopt that persona. Of,
What,
like
Thunder
Avarice
Bear?
is like a secret like night wrestler. He goes by Thunder Bear.
No one knows that she's actually a bear because she
I
wears a
believe
mask.
For
Never
magic
speaks.
items, the DC is 13, so it is going to try and enter.
Well, it says that.
Yes,
if
a
it's
natural
a one, I
one.
believe it's your. No, wait.
Did you say it gets a natural
Yeah.
one? Yeah, because it says that you cast web, but then web is against my spell save. But if that's how
Well, it said the
items work,
DC for it was 15.
where does it say that?
Right there.
15.
Oh, there you
Never
go.
mind,
All
we're
right,
about to say
never mind.
Yeah. But in the future.
Is that what mine is?
It reels in to attack and is
Hmm?
completely stuck by the web.
Is that what
Its
my
head,
save is? That's my
its
save.
beak is just barely through this huge mesh, but the rest of its head is stuck outside.
Am
Cat,
Haha,
it's your turn.
stupid.
Am I at all able to attack the beak?
You can try. Your axe might get stuck in the
Pull
webbing.
off.
It didn't break through.
Oh, so it's more like it's like. See?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. I will wait.
Okay.
Is
Cat.
Olo on top of it?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
out there.
Olo, why are you doing that?
Cat, you're up.
I think we should try to grab the tesseract.
Wait, wasn't I?
Go ahead and do it. It won't listen to us.
You're up next.
I am going to. All right. Where is Olo on it? Can I see him?
He looks like he's climbing up the spinal cord now. He's on the neck.
But it's caught in the web though.
Yeah.
Can I run over like the side of it and also kind of grab?
You're still
on-
inside of the room.
The web is covering the entire.
So
Got it. Yep, got it,
You're
got
in
it,
a I'm going to describe this for everyone. You are in a closed-off room.
Mhm.
There is the tesseract above a well in the middle. There is a statue, and to the side, there's a giant mesh of webbing about 5 feet off the ground.
There's like a hole, right?
And there's a bird head stuck in it.
All right.
And that giant mesh of webbing is what was
Oh,
originally.
having to get outside of it
Yes.
before that happened. Understood. I'm going to get in melee range of it
Okay.
and use 2 daggers.
Okay. Make a couple of attack rolls.
I'm not throwing them though because I threw the other ones. Now I don't have those ones. Do I have advantage? Because it's sticky. It's all web.
Yes.
Cool.
It is restrained.
Crit. And then my second one is a.
It's the first time
19.
you've ever.
All right.
I know, guys. I
Crit.
crit.
Welcome to being a rogue.
Double the crit damage on those
I know,
d6s.
I'm excited.
Can't find Nichols.
Cat might actually be the one to kill something. This time.
It should be.
Has Cat ever gotten
on
a
the-
kill?
Yeah, I was looking it up.
I don't know.
Y'all are a bunch of
Chase,
murderers.
Everyone that watches Tesseract,
Why?
if any of you recall the time that Cat actually killed something, let me know.
There's a guy that's like going through and trying to. Like, he's gonna do like a wiki of everything that's happened in Sunder. So we should be like, do this with Tesseract.
Our kill counts?
Our kill counts are It's trying to think of what his. I can't remember. I think it's Trent Webster.
Nani?
I'm not really sure.
39 damage.
Find him.
Oh my god.
Is that-
Holy shit.
That's a lot of fucking damn. Oh no, that's to the skull. All right. You slam into it and find the perfect area to wedge your knife before you twist it, leaving a bigger crack in the beak.
Haha.
Abris.
All right, I would like to bonus action heal myself.
All rickety.
Nice.
I think it's just a D8. Yes. Ooh, I got 1 hit point back. How fun.
Heck yeah. Being a druid's awesome. You get 1 hit
got
point.
1 hit point back. And then I would like to attack it. with my
Alright.
my bear actions.
All right.
And do I have advantage as
Yes.
well?
Bear actions. Bear.
Their actions.
18, 22,
Okay.
and higher than that.
They both hit.
This is how bears work, right?
10 more d6s.
26 damage.
All right.
Nice.
You are you using your claws or your teeth?
Both. I bite and
all right.
claw.
You go full bear on it.
I go full
What's
bear.
26, half of.
Half 26, 13.
All right. Olo,
Alright.
you can use your full move action to get to the body and then do whatever you'd like.
They said that I should attack not bone. So.
Yeah, you can move further up the neck.
Okay.
It's now flapping its wings pretty rapidly to get free, but you can probably make the climb. You have that climbing speed, so you can dig in pretty well.
Okay. Alright, then I move towards its body.
Alright.
And. What?
All right.
Okay. And. I guess I'm just gonna try and stick my claw in and pull it out, maybe try and injure its wing or something, like dig it.
Just as you're climbing?
No.
Oh,
That's my attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Roll attack. That's right. You have that psychic punch.
Psychic punch.
I could
Psychic
make it
turtle
psychic,
punch.
make it psychic,
Psychic punch.
Please. No, I'm gonna use you. No. Why? It doesn't hit. I rolled a 2, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to get that.
You miss. Olo, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't hit.
Oh, you missed.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah.
I should have done that every
It's
time
a
you missed
little-
the Eldritch
it's a
Blast.
little
Yeah, you
complicated,
I'm going to now.
but- Delia.
I don't have Eldritch Blast.
Okay, I'm gonna
Why
try
not
to
use
grab
your
the
daggers?
Tesseract.
Okay. You try to grab it and your hand is stopped. You
Okay.
feel sort of that there's a connection to it resting here and the energy currently in the bird.
I use my bonus action.
Yeah, sure.
It dies. He just rolls a dice. He's like, it's dead.
A dog is on him.
You spawn a dog?
Yeah.
Right. What's his name?
George.
What's he like?
He's a mastiff, so he's pretty big.
Big mastiff.
Yeah.
dog?
He might fall off.
Boof. All right.
Have you
gonna-
guys-
Instantly dies.
Have you guys ever tried to hit this thing before?
Tesseract?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't hit it.
Probably not the greatest
Don't
idea.
hit it.
Yeah, I've
I
tried a
can't
lot of
talk
things
right
with
now.
it. Experiment with it. It's kind of got a mind of its own. You can try it, but I don't know if it'll work.
What is there? Okay, so it's just floating,
Mhm.
and it's
And it's doing its
above the
Tesseract
well.
thing, right? It's like,
Yeah, it's just shifting above the well. It's only about a foot up, so it's about straight arm's length out.
I don't want to. Okay, so is it its beak is through?
Mm.
Okay. Cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
So
I know, right? It's super trippy. Showing a gif of a Tesseract.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, ugh,
Mhm.
ugh.
I
How
got
are there
a,
2 squares?
I know, right?
I got a 26.
All right, that'll hit.
So
Roll damage.
Take sight, cold
Nice.
damage.
Yeah.
Like forms in the back. Pushes out to the
Wait,
Yeah.
what is this modifier thing? Oh, 2d8.
The
Okay,
fourth dimensional on there.
9. Okay. I don't add anything, right? So 9 cold damage, and its movement speed is reduced by 10 until the start of my next turn.
All right. It freezes over a bit, and the webbing around its beak sort of begins to frost and crackle. Altai.
I'll go ahead and go it now that I see everyone else doing it. I'll try to strike twice.
All right. You don't need a reckless attack because it is currently immobile.
There we go. Well, that's easier. 22
Okay.
and dirty 20.
Surprisingly enough, Colton, you hit.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
Its eyes,
Uh,
they're
28
red.
damage.
Completely red.
Is it look,
20?
28.
Is it like little red dots, or is it like it has red eyes?
or is it like gems?
Completely red. Like, covered in red energy. Usually there's a void with small blue. Now it's red. It's its turn, so it's gonna freaking break free of this bullshit, which it does. 'Cause
No!
he a big boy, and he'll essentially take all the webbing with him. His face is about the size of that spell's radius. And he is going to try and attack.
Can he see?
Yeah. It is going to attack you, Abris. Gets a 29 and a 30.
I'm just gonna say no.
They don't hit it.
It did.
Yes, my armor class is 11.
You're a fat bear.
It does 54 damage.
I am not a bear anymore.
Probably not a bear anymore.
How much did that roll over?
50,
Probably like
11.
11.
All right, Ket, you're up.
And
you'll
just
notice
attack
that-
Avers.
Yes, both times with its beak.
Okay, I am
Oh,
going to.
He's intelligent.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's smarter than all of us combined.
Wait, why do you sound intelligent?
Can I try to climb onto the back of his head?
talons, we do more
On the what?
damage. If he
Back of
attacks
his
with
head?
his head.
Yeah.
Instead of his beak?
As it's attacking, you can try. Make an acrobatics roll and make it good.
I can do that.
So the web
What are you,
isn't
some
like
kind of rogue?
the web isn't
19?
like on its face.
It's still wrapped around its beak, but
Oh.
it can manage to open it.
Okay.
19. I'm going to say you land a very loose grip as
Okay.
it's pulling back.
I literally just want to get away so it can't peck me. If I'm
Okay.
on its beak, it can't peck me. Then I'm going to be on the back of it, and then I'm going to. Can I turn back and do I see Olo?
Yeah, as it's reeling back from that second attack, its beak is now got quite a bit of blood on it, and you look back like you're on a freaking roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
And in the distance, you see Olo about 40 feet away.
Can I see a part that's not Olo?
There is about 40 feet of bony neck, and then the rest of the bird, which is very beautiful feathers.
Yep. Beautiful feathers are gonna get some magic missiles.
All right, they get some magic missiles up in them.
12 force damage.
All right, takes 12 force damage.
And I'm gonna hold on to that area right there, and on my next few turns possibly start climbing, but I can't
Okay.
do that right now. That's it.
Abers, you're now a tiny boy,
Ah,
and the bird, the bird is outside of the hole. It seems like it
is
is
it my turn?
reeling back from the last attack and is coming back in. Yes, it is your
Okay.
turn.
Well, I go. I'm upset, and then I turn back into a bear.
No way! You've never done that before.
I enjoy being a bear.
I could tell.
I like to imagine Avarice is on all fours and she just goes, "Mah," and she just turns back into
Oh wait,
one.
but before
Like
I
when
turn
you fought
into
the maw.
a bear, I'd like to heal myself.
Okay.
Gonna
Sorry,
cast.
it's a bonus action. Circle the moon.
Huh? Yes, I'm circle the moon so I can wild shape as a bonus action.
Super helpful, actually.
It is very helpful.
Mhm.
Gives you a full turn.
Healing.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at third
Somebody's
level on
barbecuing right
myself.
now.
I know it smells awesome.
So good.
Isn't it raining?
It's not raining.
Okay, I heal 16.
It was totally raining when we got here. So
Oh,
Oh yeah, I
Sounds
can
like
hear
it.
it. Yeah.
Not 116.
Did you do 116 damage?
No, I healed for 16, but there was already a 1 on my heal thing for some
Ah.
reason. And then I turn into bear, not thunder bear,
Alright.
and I wait.
You stay in the cave.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to try to, because there's like the cave opening. I'd like to try to move over here so it can't just peck me. If that's
Okay.
at all possible, I don't want to get
A
pecked.
little bit. It's kind of wishful thinking, but you're out of the way of everyone else.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Olo.
Okay. Going for another
Thanks.
claw.
All right. Hope you can do this. You have a big ass dog too.
Oh yeah, he's gonna bite too.
Okay.
Alright, let's do his first actually.
Be careful, Olo.
It's a 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay. And then I'm gonna claw.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Natural 20.
Nice! I thought you said
No.
block.
Are you ready? I love this.
Oh,
It's so
all
much
right.
fun.
You got a lot of side points, do you? Oh God.
Yes, Logan.
Oh, you
Don't you only?
doing the weird like soul knife thing?
I don't know how this works.
If you don't want it to work,
Do you roll double everything?
Yes.
Yes.
You damage. You
It's a
double
good
the
game.
damage dice.
That's why rogues critting are insane.
All right, Olo.
I've only done this once before.
I
so
need
very
you to
excited.
roll too many dice.
Big apple.
If you don't kill it, I can put it to sleep.
It's going to sleep.
Oh shit.
Forever.
You say it's going to sleep.
You didn't really. He says claw, but I thought he said Glock, and so we were just like the dog attacks, and Ola just.
That is
Oh my gosh.
That's not that many.
That's 20 already, because I rolled
That's not
30.
Except the stream is working.
Oh my gosh, you rolled so.
32.
It's not that many.
I still have to roll again.
It's not that many.
38. Wow, these were really good rolls.
Yeah.
48.
Yeah, 4 times.
$58.
No, just do it again. I already subtracted the 48. Start over.
10, 20,
Okay.
31, 35.
Did you kill it?
I did almost 100 damage.
How many times can you do that?
Delia.
That
Oh man.
It has like 1 hit point, I bet.
That's like if it's a crit, then it's super powerful. But I use 6 side points on that, so I could probably do that like 6 times.
Okay.
That's the look of Logan wants to tell us how much hit point. Oh no, that's the look of somebody's about to fucking die.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, oh, it's my turn. It's
Yes.
my. I thought you were gonna tell me something.
Delia, you're just.
Not just
Okay.
staring at you.
Does it look?
How
Does
does the
it?
bird look?
Yeah. Does how
That's
does
Like Jacob, like the.
how do I think it's doing on like a number system?
I probably roll.
This thing is
like,
very alien. So it seems like all the attacks that it's taken, it has tried very hard not to react to.
Okay.
Its movements are a bit less direct now,
What?
as if it's staggering.
As if it's
It's me.
staggering.
It's hurt.
Oh yeah. Okay. Like really hurt? Like, does it look really hurt? Or does it look like it could take a few more
Roll
hits?
nature
Okay.
ish.
Do I tear off like anything with my attack?
Yeah, you cut really, really deep.
Okay.
Can I roll?
Blood
insight?
begins to pour out of it. Nature.
That's a 4.
Can I roll insight?
It's extremely strange. You can't quite tell.
Yeah. Okay. Can I hold until I think it's pretty close to where I could cast sleep? Or okay, I just want to hold. I'll just hold,
Okay.
and
I'll tell you.
if you let me, I can put it to sleep. Just don't hit it too hard.
Pull your punches.
You say after it's basically ripped people's arms off.
I'm gonna swing at it twice.
Alright, you're gonna have to go out to it. It seems as though
That's
it's.
fine.
Okay. You make the run out, you've got the distance, so. Make a couple of attacks.
Do I have a way to hit the talons or can I only hit the head?
You can run out to its legs. Its head is pretty high up.
Talons. I'll reckless attack.
Whoa.
That's a crit.
How do you want to do this?
Okay.
Hit point.
So it was a crit, and then a not hit. Since a crit, I can roll again.
It doesn't matter. Why are you?
As I swing, it's not really like I'm swinging to try to kill it, but as I swing through, and just in a moment of Kira's energy like rushing through me, I swing through and chop off one of its talons. And
You mean one of its legs,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Pretty sure talons are like each digit, aren't they?
So
Sorry,
a talon
one of
is
its
the whole
legs.
thing.
Oh, it's the whole thing?
Or
And then
Well,
Talon.
regardless, one of its legs.
Okay.
you just cut off a toe. And
You cut it off and it collapses. I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check. You as well. You and your dog too.
Yeah.
Your little dog.
Wait, was that at me or
Little.
at him?
It's a big problem.
All of you.
Oh, it's gonna fall on top of us.
Yeah, you
Athletics.
are under it.
Well, good thing I get
Good
advantage
thing
on
I
all
moved
athletics checks when
away.
I'm raging.
Athletics.
Or acrobatics.
24.
Okay.
Best I can do without a crit. Get advantage on all athletics checks.
17.
My Mastiff got a 14.
Okay.
No, sorry, 13. And I got a 5.
All right. This thing stood about 50 feet tall. So as it collapses, Altair, you realize that you have dealt the final blow. Its leg gives way and it begins to collapse. The size of about 3 buildings stacked onto each other are falling above you. You manage to rush in the other direction as if a tree was falling, and you push past the other leg just as it's lifted off the ground. Ket, Olo, you fall out of the sky. Ket, you got a 17?
Mm-hmm.
You manage to ride this skull pretty well, and you jump off just before it slams into the ground. You manage to dust off a lot of potential damage, but will take 1 bludgeoning damage.
I go unconscious.
What is this fight?
Cat snaps
It's
his.
like you fall and you hit the ground and you hit standing, and
Olo,
then you glitch out and like.
you and your dog take 16 bludgeoning damage each.
My dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is he alright?
It whimpers and then
Dog
dies.
is pretty freaking rough.
That's 5 hit points.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh.
Yeah, it did have 1 hit point. So, Olo, you earned that kill.
Oh, okay. That almost sounded sarcastic.
No, like, fucking, that was like 95
Oh,
damage.
great.
I took 16, you said?
Yeah. This creature is now collapsed, unmoving on the ground.
Delia's like fighting back tears, and she's gonna go up to it, like its skull. Are its eyes still red, or are they empty now?
They're fading.
It's the Tesseract doing.
Seems the same, and then it begins to float gently down. And it rests above the fluid.
So there's this moment where Ket is like, nope, I'm just gonna leave it there. And then I see her and what she's doing. I think about what Mikhail said, and then he begins to walk over and he's going to try to pick it up.
You pick it up. For a moment, you feel contempt for yourself. You feel like what you're doing, you're extremely unworthy of. But then, almost as if these thoughts are being forced into your head, you feel like maybe there's a redemption to be had. And
He's
once again, the Tesseract opens up its ability to be attuned to you. The urge is not as strong as it used to be, but it is still there. It is strong, but not as strong. You're holding this creature's head as the red light begins to fade away, and it's maybe a bit relieving and a bit disappointing. As all the light goes away, you never see any blue.
She's like put her head on its head.
The final breath gives way, and the creature is completely unmoving. There's a bear huddled in her cave, and silence.
I'll walk over. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Looks like it had to be done.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't make it any easier.
She'll look away from you and back into it.
Your parents are in the city.
Hmm?
What are you going to do?
I don't have the Tesseract anymore, so I guess.
You don't want it.
Do I feel any different?
None more than
Okay.
feeling loss.
I'll wait for everybody else to come over.
Teleport over.
I'm gonna unwild you.
She'll let you guys like have some time to talk. She's gonna stay with the bird.
What are you guys gonna do?
I need to go get my boars.
Yeah.
We got the Tesseract back.
Yeah.
Anybody else want it?
No.
No? I'm the one doing this? I think it might be safer with Altair since, she had it first, sort of. No, wait, no, you
Didn't we try this before and it wouldn't go back to anyone?
We'll see here.
I mean, you can protect it
You want me to
pretty
see if I
easily.
can-
Yeah, that'd be great.
You feel the same emotions that I described to Ket. You feel unworthy at first, and then maybe you've changed.
Do you want me to be the one to do it?
I want us.
I don't mind.
I think we need to get it to Darius. It needs to go to somebody who can protect it. I don't trust myself with it. I'd want to give it to Olo. He doesn't really want to have it.
Right. For the time being.
The last thing I'd want is Avarice to be a target. I think it's safe with Altair.
For the time being, I'll kind of just. Do I have to hold it in the hand, or can I like put it in a bag? Will it allow me to do that? Just for the time being, I'll
Yeah.
attune to it later.
You feel terrible about it, though.
Yeah.
As it leaves your hand, you feel
I'll
like
attune to
an
it
asshole.
shortly. But
Fuck you!
fucking one ring.
fine. I'll wait, bitch.
Yeah, it's the one ring. It's like,
Yeah.
it's mad.
And then I'm gonna step over to Delia. I'm sure Kira's probably wandering around somewhere.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I'm not me when I fight. I'm her. I didn't mean to swing that hard.
Don't worry about it.
And then she'll go to kind of like give you a hug. May I?
And she'll hug you. But it feels kind of distant.
It's kind of like, eh.
So, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go get my boars.
We have, yeah.
We need to go get the bolas. We need to get supplies. We need to find a ship as soon as possible and get to Darius.
No.
We
We don't
need-
have any more time to waste.
I forgot. I'm sorry. We do need to find your family. That's more important.
We do have the fork.
Yes. Let's go find your boars. Let's go back to Vitruvia and let's locate where they are. We need to find them.
Let's go.
You're staying?
No, I'll go.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I'm looking for the boars.
There, I left them with the drakes.
Yeah, they're
Never mind.
They are at the entrance of that cave. It doesn't take too long to find you because once you backtrack, it feels like the cave was very short. This a little dungeon of sorts, the sanctuary to Jen. So you find your way back, and just after scrounging around the stones, you find them all waiting for you. You travel, I assume, back to Vitruvia.
Before we go back, I'd take feathers.
Okay.
Just a couple.
They're rather large.
Yeah, so like a piece.
Okay. They're about the size of like a palm leaf.
I'm sorry for not trusting you.
I couldn't expect you to.
Well, yeah. I don't want to demean the way you feel, but I understand. I'm only sorry. There's nothing else I want to tell you because when I was in a similar situation, I didn't want to hear anything else. So, I just want you to know you're not alone. Yep.
Thank
And then I
you.
just keep walking.
I assume, do you all head back to Vitruvia?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a few days, 3 or 4,
Oh, yeah,
just
that's
passing through the river.
Well, we have potions and food, so.
Yeah, you do all right. The small person provides meals for everybody.
Thank you, small person.
You're welcome.
Yes, that's all I could think of was small person.
That's me.
You make your way back to Vitruvia.
You shall now all refer
You-
to me as Thunderbird.
Again, recite the oath at the door. It feels a bit tedious this time around, but that's just how they do things. You head on home, and that's where we're going to end this game. Thanks for watching.
Do we level up?
That would be kind of cool.
Fuck you.
Damn it.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week, I think.
See you guys.
Maybe.